bringing us in like this?
I'm here to pod today, man. I'm here to pod, man.
All right, man.
All my AIP fans, all my anxiety issues listeners, man. I want to say RIP to my brother, man. The King, Raverick, man. I'm playing music because he was a karaoke legend. That nigga bust out with a song in a heartbeat. He supported my music. He, man, was just always a free spirit. He wanted to come on the show, and I regret not bringing my dog on the show. You feel me? I pushed it off. I told him, yeah, we gonna get around to it, and then he didn't make it. You feel me? So that show never put off tomorrow for what you could do today. Bro, I miss you. I don't know if you felt the love you were supposed to feel in life, but bro, you left a stain on a lot of people, man. A lot of people missing you right now. So I'm gonna take a shot for you to my brother Raverick, the King. I love you, big homie, and I'm gonna miss you in them live chats, my boy. That's what's up. Let me cut this I swear down. I hope I wasn't yelling too loud for the listeners, but I'm here to pod today. I'm definitely here to pod. Like I say, RIP to my brother. That's crazy, man. Like I just got a text Monday from his brother, who was my best friend, saying he no longer with us. So it's just crazy, man. 2022 is starting off kind of weird for a lot of people, man.
For real.
I think we expect when the New Year's come in that everything just gonna reset, but life is on its own timetable, man.
Yeah, man.
Life is on its own timetable.
That's why I cut my mullet.
Yeah. That's why you cut. Well, you missed the memo. HR said you can't do that no more.
The mullet?
Yeah, that's the last one. I know you knew, so you missed the HR memo.
Man, you don't know how many people done hit me like, but no, I really did. Like, I wasn't feeling myself. I just wasn't. My hair, I just kept, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. And I was originally just gonna cut my bang on live.
Right.
But I've been wanting a mullet for years since I was little. So I was like,
finna do though. This Monday when the guitar center open up, we
go get a guitar.
Because you cannot have that hairdo without owning an electric
You're right.
guitar. And you gotta learn how to play it.
You're right.
You look like Selena.
And you gotta learn how to speak Spanish.
Somebody told me I look like Selena's sister on the drums.
Yes, yes you do. You look like somebody, and you look like you famous, and you look like you do some talented shit. So we're gonna need you to develop some type of talent that you can do on the Anxiety Issues podcast. Some singing, it gotta be singing, or it gotta be some entertainment.
I
it can't be
sing.
doing hair.
I'm gonna write the song for you. I got you. This is what I will say.
You don't want to hear this.
As your brother, now we can work on that. We can finagle some. Yeah, we'll get that. But as your and it's gonna be in Spanish, so it really don't. But
make a difference.
As your homie, when you said you was cutting the mullet, the first couple designs you threw up there, that wasn't the lick though. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
What were they, Joe Dirtish?
Yeah,
they were just on the other race, so you couldn't see the vision that I could see with.
Nah, I'm talking about the one you put on yourself. I don't know what.
Oh,
maybe
that
it was the unfinished version.
No, it was because it was straight. I had cut it straight, and then I had to wash my hair so it can go back curly.
But like being in here, I'm fucking with it though.
Off,
I ain't gonna lie though. I'm fucking with it though. That shit worked for you. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. To pull off a mullet,
you gotta be hard.
It was literally the best thing I could have done for myself in the new year. Literally, I cut that shit off and didn't give a fuck about nothing else no more.
You should make yourself an NFT. You the only Spanish woman with a mullet.
A what?
An NFT.
What's that?
I don't know what it is. That's just what people. It's like a digital currency.
A non-fungible token is what NFT stands for.
Exactly. But I got something new on my bucket list, man. Shout out to the New York Knicks. You're a Knicks fan too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tonight, I've never cared about the Knicks. I like basketball players, not basketball teams. You get what I'm saying? Even though I am a Lakers fan, but I kind of go where LeBron goes. I'm a LeBron fan. But man, the Garden was rocking tonight. I always heard how people say
shook when he hit the shot on the camera. That shit. I've been to the Garden twice, bro.
So you've actually been
twice. I've been to 3 games in the Garden. Bro, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Even just standing outside of it, bro. When you walk in, they give you chills. I'm getting chills right now talking about it. And I ain't, you feel me?
That's the feeling I get for New York in general, mostly.
Yes. New York's nice, though. Manhattan's nice.
Right. And it's right there. So it's just like.
You may be Spanish.
Everything is so fucking, everything is big in New York. But that's the biggest thing in New York is the Garden. Right. So when you go to the Garden and see a game, bro, and I went at the height. I like Amari Stoudemire.
Oh, so
Melo.
you went back in the
I've been a few times, bro. I've seen when the Brooklyn Nets first came about. I went to one of those games, but I'm a Knicks fan, so there's no way I could not go to the Garden.
Right.
Every time I go to New York, I go to the Garden.
Man, like I said, it went in one end out the other when people said about Madison Square Garden. But just watching it for myself today, and when R.J. Barrett hit that shot, it was the game-winning shot tonight against the Celtics. That shit was dope, and it was down 26.
And they came back.
They came back, so that was dope in itself. But that shit shook, dog.
It's different when they win it. When they got a good team, it's crazy.
That's something.
It reminds me of like, you know, when here we used to have like real big high school basketball games between certain schools, and when it was like I went to Woodham when we won the state championship. I was like the pep squad president. So like the energy is crazy.
With that mullet, you look like the pep squad president.
Only places you can go.
I was
only
the pep
places
rally
you can go
MC
that give you that kind of energy was the old Raiders Stadium.
Yeah,
Black Hole.
Black Hole.
That's my favorite team too. I ain't gonna even say one. That's my favorite team too. The Black Hole, Green Bay.
How you get from Oakland to New York? As a kid growing up, how did you end up liking Oakland and then New York?
I was a Bo Jackson fan.
Okay.
And he played for the Raiders. And then, you know, when you little, you just like the logos. Whoever got the hardest logo. I love the Pirate. And you know, Brent Raiders was right around the corner.
Facts,
too.
Yeah.
So I'm
a Brent Raider.
Right. So that was the thing. And I just kind of adopted the Raiders when I was a kid. My dad was a Knicks fan. So my favorite player is Patrick Ewing, which is odd as fuck for anybody to say. Yeah. So that's what that was. But yeah, bro, it's different. But those, like Black I say, Hole. The Black Hole, Green Bay.
Yeah.
If you go to
Lambeau
is crazy.
Yeah.
Denver was crazy when Peyton Manning was there. It's like the altitude is different, so it's a different feeling in places like that. Philly is crazy.
Yeah,
Philly is crazy. Like places with diehard fans. There's nowhere in Florida you can go where it's like it give you that energy.
No. I don't like football on in person anyway. I'm a huge football fan, and
those games I don't need. Like I fall asleep at football games.
Right, basketball in person is dope. Basketball there is better than on TV. Yeah. Football is better on TV than I don't care what nobody says.
I'm gonna tell you what's cool to watch too though in person. What I would never thought I would enjoy the hockey game.
Hockey games are dope.
That shit is intense.
Yeah.
That's intense, bro.
Absolutely.
And the skill level it takes to play that
but
shit.
But NASCAR's like that too, though. If you ever been to a NASCAR event, though.
Lacrosse is dope to watch.
But listen, I'm talking about going. Like, NASCAR, a lot of black listeners have never been to a NASCAR event. It's not even about the cars driving. It's just being there. First of all, there's a bunch of white people getting hammered as fuck.
Right. Ain't no telling what you're going to see.
Oh, yeah. So they lit. And then white people are a lot more friendly hammered.
Right.
Than they are.
Right. Because they so up, you got to get the hell from around them.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to come like mid-race when they're already drunk.
Yeah, when they hammered, it's all good. Yeah. They just trying to get you hammered too, though.
Right.
Like, come join me.
Right.
You know, so that's cool.
Yeah, but don't be there when they sober up.
No. I drunk that nigga last night. No way in hell. No way in hell. So, you know.
For real.
They gonna be hot, man. But, yeah, so I went back and forth on how to start this podcast off, man. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So, because we shuck and jive a little bit most times, but we got some serious topics to get to today. So, what's the name of the movie? I don't want to say. Is it Look Up? Am I saying that right?
Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up.
Dope, right?
Yeah. So you text me and you told me to watch this movie called Don't Look Up on Netflix, which I was already considering because I fuck with Leonardo DiCaprio and my girl Candace Everdeen.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. She always be Candace Everdeen to me.
Yeah. She had a mullet. It was dope too.
She low key, I got a little crush on her too. But Ariana Grande did something for me too in that video. I didn't know she had that much neck hair.
And a lot of people didn't know she can actually sing that well.
Her voice is crazy, but damn the voice. The neck hair, and she's skinny. I don't know if you.
That says skinny.
But that thing deep, and that's what y'all. Yeah,
neither here nor there.
Yeah, neither here nor there. So, what was your reason for you telling me to watch this movie in the first place? Just on a surface level, why did you think that's something I should watch?
The idiocracy of it all. It's all about how it. There's so many like hidden messages in the movie. If you watch it, depending on what level of thinking you are, you're gonna see it a different way. Right. But it was just the how it made me think about our campaigns and how campaigns go. How
the presidential,
like when you riding with a side, you don't give a damn what kind of sense it make. You just riding with them.
Right.
And what made me want to tell you to watch it is like when it got to the part of the movie when they had the campaign and they started having the slogan and it was like "Don't look up" and the other slogan was "Just look up." And these motherfuckers that had the "Don't look up" slogan never really looked up, and all you had to do was look up to see that the media was headed towards Earth. But they were so dedicated to the bullshit that these folks was feeding them that they didn't even look up. So they had to rally, and he finally looks up just on some bullshit, and he like, oh shit.
Spoiler alert for anybody who ain't seen it yet, but yeah.
Yeah, so that blew me. But it just like it made me think about all the bullshit that goes on behind closed doors and how they slick low key like feed us segments of shit in movies on how shit really goes, and we laugh at it and think it's comedy when this is really what's happening. You feel me? We think it's a joke, and I say that all the time. They always feed us shit in movies first, so that way we can get acclimated to it. And when it happens, we not so caught off guard. You feel what I'm saying? But that shit is weird. That shit was wild. It was a really good ass. It was a really dope movie. A lot of hidden messages, and it was funny on top of that. So you can't. It's a can't miss film. Right. And I just thought it was a dope movie all around, outside of all of the conspiracy theory and other stuff in there.
Well, as a space woman, I wonder how you took it. I know you're into science and all this kind of stuff. So what was your takes?
I was literally like, this is exactly how this shit would happen. Like 100%. If a comet was to come, this is to the T. I feel like that's how it would happen. The craziest part of it to me was like when they both had their biggest height of their campaigns, like Don't Look Up and Look Up. It was like it hit Leonardo like literally neither side of this shit fucking matters because we're about to die.
Right.
Neither side, man. And they were both so passionate about both sides, which didn't even fucking matter.
And what's funny is that the side that was like the truth turned into a mockery too.
Yeah.
Which is funny. Like
it turned into the challenge and
it was weird because they turned the shit that was they flipped that shit into into some BS too. Yeah. And that was wild to me. It was a super good movie.
I was all the little stuff on it, and I was like, also I realized like, I don't know if y'all know The Office, the show The Office.
Right.
I've never watched
Office.
I
love The Office. Yeah,
I heard it's good.
It's therapy. Literally, it's therapy. Yeah. If you watch The Office, you will literally feel better because Michael Scott says a lot of things that are hidden and they sound stupid, but when you listen to what he's saying, the simplicity of it is literally true. He's just so basic. But like, he always says, they always try to get Steve Carell to come back because it was a big controversy when they took The Office off Netflix because it was the most ever watched show on Netflix history. And they like, Steve Carell, why won't you make a remake? Like, why won't you do a reboot? And he said the climate we live in couldn't handle the jokes that we had back then in 2005. It wouldn't work. Yeah. And it would just kill the show. That was on there. Like Leonardo and them were literally just saying the truth. And it was like people were offended. Mm-hmm. You were offended because they're saying all she said was the comet's gonna come and blow the earth up. And they're like, oh, the witch doctor lied. Like they were freaking out over it. She literally didn't even do shit. Right. But everything that was crazy that was said was like, okay. Like on that TV show they were on and they kept trying to make light. I realized it's like, you really can't be a blunt person anymore and just say the truth. Right. Or you get killed because it's like, well, why are you making everything so harsh? The world is already such a bad place to live in.
And they understood that they had conditioned people a certain way, and you had to deliver shit to people in a certain fashion. You couldn't just say, hey, everybody was about to die. Right. Because they understood how people would react. So it's just like a child. You can't, when your child asks you where do babies come from, you can't just say, oh, we be fucking. Right. You feel me? You got to find a clever way to break it down to them so they can digest it. So that's why they were waiting. They were trying to, for one, they didn't believe it. And when they found out that it was true, they were trying to find a proper way to feed it to people or to not feed it to people and just let it happen because you were doomed either way. Right. But what was wild about it is that
the brash man,
they came in and they figured out, they figured that they could profit. That's how crazy and greedy the country is. They could profit off of allowing it to hit, but that's what breaking I'm saying, it up in space. Like, bro, like what does that matter?
He's saying the craziest shit in such a peaceful voice.
He was dope though.
And he just kept saying a billion, trillion, thousand.
He was my favorite character, bro, in the whole movie because he represented the elite. And that's how, in my opinion, that's how it goes. It's like, motherfucker, we don't give a fuck what happened to the earth because we're prepared to make sure the people who matter survive. Yeah, just like at the end of it, when they got off that ship, even she was disposable. Like, we didn't really care about her. She was just the voice to the people.
Her dumbass left her son.
Right. Yeah, but and when she got there,
which is my favorite character in the movie.
He was mine.
That's my dog. He was a fool.
When he threw them crackers at them, I was like, this is the White House.
Put the bag over your head. I told him to do that.
When he said, do you want to come? She's like, yeah. He closed the door.
He was an asshole.
Yeah, that man was a fool, bro. But did anybody find it ironic the caliber of actors they were able to get in this movie?
No.
When I watched the film, it's not a overly high budget film. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Right.
It's not a Transformers. It's not a Marvel $100 million picture. But they got some big dogs in the movie though. You
Yeah,
understand?
some
Candace
real-
ain't going for cheap.
No.
Leo ain't going
Jonah
for cheap.
ain't.
Jonah ain't going
And
for cheap.
Meryl
Meryl probably
Streep?
wanted the most money.
Facts.
Yeah, she wanted the most
But at
money.
this point in time, she kind of feel like she blackballed, so
No.
she need to get work.
You know,
Yeah,
she
but
the goat,
she still-
and she
she
just
still
realized
got
what the
paid.
goat meant.
She probably right
Yeah.
up there with Leo, and it's been to pay for this, buddy.
That's Meryl
And
Streep,
then they
Bridges
had,
of Madison County.
who I'm surprised they didn't mind in the film, Tyler Perry.
Oh.
I didn't mind him in the film though.
Yeah.
He played his
But
little
my
role.
thing is, why they had the black dude with that wig on, bro? Like, why his movie wig was so terrible?
Tyler?
I'm like, bro, is this like in the '60s?
Tyler?
No, the black dude who's working with them.
Oh, but that's just all. That's
his
every,
waves.
Bro,
Yes.
his
That's
wig was
every
listen, no,
black
bro.
dude with a government job in every movie.
That
No,
was
bro.
fucked up.
Tyler Perry hair was good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This
Tyler
man
had
had-
his own hair.
But his wig, his hair, the wig they gave him made it look like the movie was supposed to be set in the '50s.
Yeah.
When it wasn't. I'm like, bro, is this the '50s or not?
How man, he did have the Temptations.
I'm like,
wig,
bro, what
though.
are they doing with this? Who did the makeup and hair in this movie, bro?
But my first, that was the first
That's
thing.
probably
that
where the
stood out
budget
to me.
ran out at on his
Yeah,
hair.
on his hair, on his wig. But that was the first thing that stood out to me. The quality of actors they had in this film.
Yeah.
You know why though?
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
because Adam McKay filmed it, and he's one of those people that
Everybody's friends with him.
everybody's friends with him. He's one of those guys that's so dope and so big in Hollywood that he can call you up and say, "Hey man, I got a film," and they
What
like,
has he done
come on
before?
it.
I don't know who.
What has he done? I have to look it up.
Yeah, we
But
can
a
look
lot
it
of
up now.
movies like the movies like This Is the End or like Step Brothers, them kind of movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying he did those, but they're those kind of films. But he is the guy though. He the man for.
But
for
with the
something like that.
messaging in the film, the messages that were given out in the film, I found it ironic that those type of actors would do that film.
I don't for those specific ones. Maybe Tyler Perry would have shocked me, but Jonah Hill's very big privately on how he feels about. He's like very big on talking about that kind of stuff. Leo is very open with conspiracy
But see,
stuff, and Meryl is too.
But that's my point. Those actors taking this film gave a little bit of confirmation to some of this shit might not be just a movie. You
Oh
get
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what I took from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because those are very rich, wealthy people, and though Leonardo is wealthy, Tyler Perry is wealthy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So for them to do a movie like that, you have to understand they know some things that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They
Absolutely.
hang out. We just saw Leonardo and Jeff Bezos cheesing face to face with a
Right.
girl in between them.
But
just the other day.
and Jennifer
Right.
Lawrence believes that.
Right.
She was the Hunger Games
Yeah.
series, so she
Yeah, Candace in
already
there with
is
all of them. A-list
into this
actress.
therapy. No, I'm saying like this way of
And
thinking.
I was right. I was right. Adam McKay did The Big Short, which was a great movie.
Yeah.
Vice, Step Brothers,
Yeah.
Anchorman, The Other Guys,
fuck with
Talladega Nights,
Okay.
Bad Blood, Anchorman 2, Ant-Man, Anchorman, Fresh.
So he official then.
The Campaign, which was one of my favorite
Oh,
movies.
The Campaign's
Daddy's
hilarious.
Home, Hustlers, Dictator, which is
It
good.
is a mess.
Yeah, Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Buddy.
Will Ferrell.
Holmes and Watson. Yeah, he used the same people usually all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did a bunch of big movies, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
The
dope.
Goods, that's another one of my favorite. Land of the Lost.
You could have stopped the Step Brothers. That's
Yeah,
just, that's
he
just
the
classic.
GOAT.
That's
though.
literally the best
Step
movie
Brothers,
ever.
Anchorman, my dog Ron Burgundy is hilarious. But to find those actors in that film, that was the first thing that stood out to me. I'm like, bro, this information that they putting out here, especially in the climate
Right.
that we live in
Right.
today, where they try to censor
Desensitizing, bro.
Yeah.
Even on Facebook, like Instagram,
And you
if
drop
put
something
out
like
something-
that
Oh,
in the
they-
middle of the pandemic.
they're gonna take that down.
In the
If
middle
you
of the
said
pandemic.
something like that in reference to any of that in a post right now, they will take that down.
But you know the irony of that movie is that in that movie they were trying to find a light way to let the people know the comic was about to hit.
Yeah.
And then they dropped the movie for us in this time.
Right.
Like it's like, bro, is this your sign that we on some that we
That
up
we
for some
prepping for
bullshit?
something.
Yeah, we prepping for something.
Yeah.
Is this your way to like get us like soften us up for it?
And see, even if it's not a comment, you get
Right,
what
it's
I'm
something.
saying?
Yeah.
It's something.
It's something.
That's what I took from it mostly. But in here, I'm about to make this real serious at this point in
Nah,
time.
go for it. That's what we here for.
I noticed that, and maybe nobody in the world took this opinion from this movie, but I realized that black people don't really have no purpose in this world, bro.
No.
You want to know how I got there?
How?
They could have made that whole movie without a black person,
and it would have still been a movie,
and nobody would have known.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
The guy they put in there with the wig, that was just
Yeah, he was just extra.
The Tyler Perry,
he didn't really even have a purpose. Who was his family in the movie?
Facts.
Who was his wife in the movie?
He ate with them at the end.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
And then Tyler Perry didn't.
He had nothing, no wife, no nothing.
Listen, he didn't graduate to the point where he's, he is black. He represents his blackness, so it's not a slight to him. But you know how you get so popular, like Michael Jordan, not black or white. He's Michael Jordan.
Just like they said, do the right
popular.
thing. Like when he said
like
Michael
Oprah.
Jordan, he said Michael Jordan ain't a nigga.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson ain't a nigga. That's Michael Jordan. That's Michael Jackson.
So you watch these medieval movies all the time. I watched the whole Game of Thrones, and I don't think there was no black person, and I wasn't looking for one.
Right.
I didn't miss it. I wasn't watching it upset.
Right.
But I'm watching this end of the world thing, and I'm realizing, bro, we don't got no place in this world, bro. What are we doing here?
But you got
we're not even playing the same game that they playing. Let's say, for instance, they're painting a narrative for us. I realize how powerful white people are. Mm-hmm. They can paint a narrative. They can control your media. Mm-hmm. They can also come in a doomsday scenario, and they're wealthy enough to find some purpose in it. Then if the purpose goes wrong, they're wealthy enough to get the fuck out of here and start something else somewhere else.
Right. And you're not included. How many black people was on that new planet?
Zero. Well, they had one black dude get out, but that was just for show. They put it, they put this stuff on there so you can't say nothing.
Right.
Right.
It was one of y'all there.
All they showed was his ass when he got off the plane. It was just one nigga with a slit ass getting off the plane.
Yeah.
But my thing is I'm just watching this like, bro, we playing a whole different game than them folks. We're not even in the game, bro.
But the thing about it, though, bro, is when the game is designed without you in mind, you'll never be a part of the game, no matter how much you want to be a part of it.
Right.
We'll include you in certain spaces and give you certain things, but you'll never really be a real player.
But I don't even feel like we have the desire. Like, I look at the things, I love my culture.
But you...
And I look at the things that my culture does. We influence a lot of stuff, bro. Especially a lot of monetary stuff that we influence, right?
Right.
But I don't even see the urge to want to be a part of their game.
Right, but when you've been excluded for so long, bro, you don't
know the benefits of being.
You don't even know, bro. We don't even know what the game is.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
We don't even know. We don't even know.
Like, how do you even get there?
We literally wake up in the morning every day, bro, and go do the same thing over and over again, and never do we stop to just think, like, bro, what is the purpose of what am I doing?
Right.
We just don't. We're conditioned from children, bro. They put us in school and they teach us a system, and we go through the same system 12 years.
You know what's another weird thing they always teach us? Never give up and keep trying. You know how many white people have said before? Even Tyler Perry, how he made it. He literally gave up everything else he was doing and tried that one fucking thing he wanted to do. Was homeless to do it. Mm-hmm. We don't really do that for real. If it's something we really care about, we don't give that same passion to where it's like, I'll give up all of this shit. I don't need this other job. I'm gonna focus everything, my money and everything, on this one particular thing.
It's because
granted, we don't have family that would still support us if we did that. However, some of them give up all that shit too. Go broke.
They have a bounce back plan.
Right.
They're white.
Right.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, that still is something that even Tyler Perry, he gave it all up, and now he is one of them, or
And I also think that we get emotionally tied to too many things. Like white people tend to not be emotionally tied to anything. When something fails, they'll drop it and pick up something else. When something is not working for us, just for instance, like we rap. How long have you been doing music? I've been
20 years.
I've been doing it since I was 10. Mm-hmm. Seriously, pursuing it since I was 10 or 11. And it's just like I don't have the wherewithal to say, hey, man, this shit ain't working. Pick up something else. It's because I've formed an emotional connection with music that I don't want to let go of. Right. So the thing that may be working for me, which may be tattooing, I don't want to let that go because I have an emotional connection to music.
Right.
Yeah.
Most people who are successful see that, hey, bro, they look at the numbers and say, hey, this ain't working. These are the statistics for this. I'm going to pick this up and do this because it's a higher chance of me being successful at it. I don't give a damn how I feel about it. It's what makes the money. It's what is going to make me successful.
Agreed. And, and as I'm watching this film, like I said, they briefly showed, and this is an American-made film, but they briefly mentioned Russia or China's attempt to stop the comet. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I just thought about, like, we don't have, in a situation like that, we have no say-so, no influence, no thought process, no nothing.
No seat at the
and
table.
It lets you know how non-important you are, if I'm saying that correctly.
Right.
But I think this is what's happened to us, and it's just my opinion. I truly believe that they have done such a good job, and we have adapted. So I'm not putting it all on the back of white people. I'm not one of those people who want to blame everything on the white person, right? We understand our start. We understand that's had a huge effect on our culture, right? But there's some things that now we've adapted that we should be smart enough to break. Hopefully we are eventually. I think they've done such a good job in making us feel like basic human rights is an achievement that we don't look past that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely.
Like for people who don't understand what I'm saying, like let's say every person was born and they start at 0, right? 0 is the starting place, right? And if you become successful, rich, or billionaire, whatever, you end at 100. We know we all won't make it to 100, right? But let's just say some of us start at -20 instead of 0. If you get to 0, you feel like you've accomplished something. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
so 0 is just basic human rights.
Right.
So I think that we've started at negative and got to 0, and it's like, look at what we've done, and you've accomplished, and you should be glad, and you should be grateful just for basic human shit that we're out here celebrating just being free.
Right.
Just being able is good enough for us. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why we're not in the game. They've been able their entire existence. So they're trying to think of other like,
shit.
Oh, they're so far past. Like they're not.
And what's
like every race? I'm sorry. Every race, every group of people have a certain amount of energy. Where do you place that energy? Is how far you go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have the same energy as white people in every other race, right? But we have a certain battle we have to fight, right?
That takes away from.
So because your energy's there. White people don't have that battle. So their energy and their focus and their time is spent doing other things. You get what I'm saying? And they've been able to become a superpower in the world that we live in. So that was and maybe that was just only me. But watching that movie, that was one of the biggest takes I had is that they didn't even need a black person in this movie, and it wouldn't have bothered me.
Yeah.
Right.
It still would have been an effective movie, an effective message.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And another thing to take off of what you said is that when you say they are the greatest power in the world, and I hear black people say a lot of times that we were once, and I don't think they were always the greatest power in the world.
They weren't. If you know history, they weren't. They were not.
Right. So my point to that is that we can't keep using the start we were taught or the start that we remember from what we were taught as an excuse for being right where we are, because at some point, if you do believe we were kings and queens and they were at the bottom, you feel me? Look where they are now.
Right.
So at some point we have to take accountability and take responsibility for where we are and move forward, because if you look at China was the lowest on the totem pole at one point. Right. Now it's the greatest power in the world. I'm pretty sure they own most of our fucking country. You feel me? We are in debt to them. And it ain't always been that way. They weren't always the biggest earners, you feel me? Yeah. But it's flipped now. They are the greatest superpower in the world over everybody.
No, they're not. They're trying.
Financially, they are. No, they are.
Financially, they're old, but...
they are, bro.
No, they don't have...
Bro.
Listen, anytime...
If China shuts down right now, the U.S. shuts down.
But vice versa. If the U.S. shuts down, it's vice versa. It's because a lot of their income comes from
much.
Facts. But the reason why we're able to do that is because of who we are. You have to understand that power is power. I know that sounds retarded, but what makes us the superpower? Because you don't want to fuck with us.
What made
money aside, you cannot destroy us without destroying you. And that is the ultimate superpower that America has created.
America had, though. We don't have that anymore.
We still have that. You cannot destroy America. Trust me. If China figured out a way, or Russia figured out a way to get you out of here, you would be out of here.
Nah, but it ain't.
Not you as in us.
Right.
No,
but the thing about it, bro, it's always been like this in war. It's not about getting you out of here. It's about conquering you and taking control of what you have.
Exactly.
So it's not about getting you out of here, and they have done that.
They have not. The national currency is still in U.S. dollars.
Listen.
That tells you who's in control there.
For probably another year. So what I'm telling you is that the shift is happening, bro. If you watching crypto and all this extra shit, bro, the dollar is the weakest thing on the planet right now, bro. And the reason why the U.S. is fucking up and on, the reason why we going through a lot of the shit we're going through right now, bro, this pandemic shit and all of this shit is based around money. If you think this is just a virus, bro, that just got out of control, you wildin'. This shit is about money, power, and control. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like a lot of this shit we stirring up because we don't know what the fuck to do next, bro. Like they got us by the balls right now, bro. And if you look at the way our system and the way our country is starting to function, bro, even if you look at the whole thing, to where by the end of this year, I guarantee the vaccine is going to be mandatory, right? I've been to China and I've watched how these people work. I've been to Australia too, and I watched how their government works. These people understand there is no illusion of freedom at all. You feel me? Bitch, you gonna do what we say do, or else.
Or else.
Yes, we're headed towards that, and we're headed towards that because, bro, these people run our shit too.
Right.
What it is it's called the New World Order, not a new country order. Everybody's gonna function under the same laws and the same shit.
And
bro.
that's all they've been trying to condition us to the whole time.
Exactly.
Is to get us under the influence that we need to all be together, so that this one person can make everything unison.
Yes, world government is coming. The world will have one governing body.
Absolutely. And it will be headed by China.
It will not.
It will. Why?
Let me tell you something.
I don't think it's gonna be America, though.
No, it won't be. It will be a world government.
I'm saying, but the leader ain't coming from us.
We're gonna be lucky to have a seat there.
Let me tell you something about your great American white people.
They conquistador, like they will.
You don't
kill
have.
anything.
You don't have exactly. You don't even have to look through American history.
Yeah.
Anywhere they've touched, they will die.
Yeah.
Before they submit. That is their history. Yeah. They will go to war and kill. It doesn't matter how many go.
Yeah. And the thing about it, they will die. They will die,
and that's fine.
I do believe because the last time they had to give up and had to lay low was when the Civil War happened, and that was literally to them the most depressing thing that happened to our economy was having to let go.
And that was only half of them.
Bro, no, I know, but I'm saying so they ain't gonna never try to lay down again.
The only thing saving us, bro, is that they don't want to destroy this shit. They want to own it, bro. Yeah. That's the only thing that's saving us, bro. Our military ain't enough. Nothing is enough at this point, bro.
Have y'all ever watched The Handmaid's Tale?
We heading towards that.
That is what it's gonna be. You ain't never seen the ad on TV that already says Gilead.
Man, listen,
I freaked the fuck out when I saw that.
I support everything y'all saying, and yes, China's influence is hellacious. Yes, Russia.
Have you watched The Handmaid's Tale?
No. Yes, Russia is sitting back secretly making deals and rules because they're gonna be a power player as well. But I want you to understand about your good American white folks. They've had a head.
America is the bully that finally gets beat the fuck up.
No.
And eventually.
This is the point I'm making, right?
America's not even bullies to everybody.
Listen. And when you say America, right? Mm-hmm. And you say these good old wholesome white folks, right? I'm
talking about the government.
The government, right? What I'm saying is that when I say America, right, and I say these countries, I don't think about the citizens themselves. You feel me? Yeah. At this point, we are past a white man with a gun being angry.
Yeah, I'm not talking about
we are beyond that. But my thing is this: what I'm telling you is the same thing we seen in that movie. Don't look up, right? These people who are in power, you feel me, will sell you off for a seat at the table to be a part of it. Yes, we still gonna have representation. Yes, we still gonna have people in power that are there to have a seat. But it's just like, bro, you could do whatever the fuck you want to our people. Just let me on.
No, I hear you.
Go ahead.
I hear you. But what's ingrained in them in their history, that's not how they formed America by getting away from a country's rules they didn't like. Correct? So just listen to me. All I'm saying is, if you don't think that them folks got a plan, you got another thing coming.
It's a plan of manipulation.
I just want to explain.
No, go ahead. Run your shit.
What's going on?
Run your shit.
Right. I understand that. America has had a head start on a lot of this shit for a lot of years. You understand? Before China became what they became, before Russia became what they became, when they was fighting, I didn't know Russia was in Asia for the longest. Do you know part of Russia was in Asia? That freaked me out too when I found out, but neither here nor there. But if you don't think that Americans have a plan, and when I say plan, I mean for complete annihilation. If you don't think that they have weapons of mass destruction, that's the only reason, bro. If I owed you, if I owed you that much money, bro, you've been in, you understand the streets, you understand the mafia, you understand all of this, right?
Right.
If I owed you that much money, I'm coming to take my money from you. We are in the debt that you can't pay back.
Right.
You cannot. So right. So I technically should be able to come just take what I want. You owe me so much money, but why do I still negotiate with you? Why do I still let you sell me stuff that I probably don't even care about? Why do I let you still owe me so much money? It's because I can't kill you off without killing myself. If you think good old,
yes, right, but peep,
so that's my point.
But peep this, bro. It's just I like the analogy you use, right? The reason why I wouldn't kill you is because you got a corner I want, and I need you to run that corner for me. So what I'm gonna do,
and it's gonna get
listen to me. What I'm gonna do is tell you, hey, your people, they work for me now, and you work for me. You can have this corner, but I want this percentage. I'm not gonna kill you because I'm not gonna get my money if I kill you.
Right.
So what I need you to do,
they don't even want them. They don't even need it. They would rather be the superpower than get paid their money back.
Exactly. My point exactly. So now I'm not saying that is exactly why China ain't did shit to us. It's like, motherfucker, why would we destroy some shit that we can just take control over?
Right. But you gotta understand, them folks don't want to, and we'd have made this a whole political thing. But them folks don't want to negotiate with nobody. Everybody want to be the superpower. Everybody want to be the dog. People look at Korea and Kim Jong-un as a monster. He just won't in. I just want to sit at the table. Y'all can call me a monster all you want to, but my country is where your country used to be, and you did some monstrosity type shit to get where you were.
But at the end of the day, bro, we all could be in the streets and we all could be in the game, but somebody to plug and somebody the big dog, no matter what. Nobody's ever sitting equally at the table. Never. Yeah, so it's just like, I just feel like, bro, we're in a position to where we doing a lot more negotiating than we used to. We doing a lot more compromising than we used to, because once you understand, it's just like this. Like, let's say we do have weapons of mass destruction, right? And let's say we do destroy them. We destroy ourselves because we get everything from them.
Yeah, we're not trying to destroy them.
It's right, and they're not trying to destroy us, but they are. It's territory, bro. Right. It's territory. Just like the United States wasn't always all of the states it is. It's like you gradually. You feel me?
We just work out deals. That's why. What's
the deal ain't in our favor? Is my point.
We just left the military base. We just left. Where was that? I'm losing my mind. Well, people was holding on to the planes. Is that the Taliban? That
was in what was that?
I don't know what I said.
I don't want to guess and just say
I don't know. Is it Saudi Arabia? I don't know why that's on my mind.
It was over in Saudi, wasn't it?
It was over that way.
Something like that.
They wore turbans, motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. Though it's a reason why we couldn't do something. But okay, cool. So, but this movie was dope from the perspective that I wanted to show people also how everything is so politicized. If one side says don't look up, the other side says just look up. Right. So I want y'all to know it's the same mentality when it comes to vaccinated and unvaccinated.
Right.
I know before you get on me, because I know you're ready.
Go ahead.
I just want y'all to know that a lot of your fears, which I'm agreeing that none of us know what's in the vaccine. All of that's a little creepy. I agree, but it's no different when you know your history than any other vaccine that was ever created. The skepticism that came with it, the not knowing how this was going to turn out, the possible side effects. That was with all of our vaccines that ever came out. You get what I'm saying? That's why vaccines have been altered, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's more political now than anything. I talked to a white dude today at the gym, and this is what white people need to stop doing too. When you talk to a black person about politics, don't ever go back to Obama. He been gone long enough.
Right, that's the soften you up and make you. That's my I ain't racist. That's the bar for that.
No, but they literally, which white people have the most audacity, they will talk about something negative Obama did.
Right.
Which I'm like, bro, I know you see I'm black. That's number one.
Right.
But I don't know if you're trying to read my radar or not. But the reason why I don't is we've had Trump, we got another president. I don't go back to Obama, because that's just you trying to say that the black man started all this shit. I know exactly what this is, right? So that's just for starters. But
like he was the first president.
Exactly. Obama started, hey man, stop that. I don't want to hear that. So everything since that moment has been so hyper political. Have you noticed that?
Right.
Did you notice when we had a black president, that's where all this hyper, like, how am I trying to say this? Like, political parties have become more fan base than actual supporters.
Right.
Like, it's a fan. It's almost like a football team now. It's like you're more of a fan than a supporter.
But you know what? You know why though? It's because people are dumber than they were before. Like, like everything we do now, whether it's like what the diets we have, the workouts we do, all of that shit is based around social media and social climate.
Right.
The shit we see. Like, nobody really does any research. And like when we have a subject on a podcast, you have a tendency to go do your research, read up. You know how many people, how many other people do you know that do that on a subject versus just arguing from a place of emotion or how they feel?
Very little.
Everything is based on emotion now, and what we see. We'll see something we like, and if it fits our mood and fits the way we want to be, that's what we follow.
Right.
We don't want to do anything that's difficult or that's going to force us to change our habits or move a different way. You feel me? So it's easy to hear one of your friends say, Obama fucked this up, and you run with that. Yeah, that's who fucked it up. Because I don't want to do research on who really did it. I don't want to do research on nothing that's happening right now. So we just gonna roll with whatever narrative whoever we trust gives us. That's why it's so easy. Like, bro, the past few presidents, since television has been a real thing, have been picked based off of the best commercials or the best campaigns. We never really go investigate what they did or where they were before. We don't know who the fuck Obama was before he ran for president. We don't know who the fuck Joe Biden was before he ran for president.
Right.
Only thing we know is what became mainstream rumor or mainstream topic. Like, oh yeah, well he put a bunch of black people in jail, and then you go read that. Yeah. So it's like, bro, we're learning from memes. I say it all the time that we're in a time where we have technology at our fingertip, where we have the most information available ever, but people are dumber than they've ever been.
Right.
It's because they've conditioned us to be lazy. They've conditioned us not to do our own research. And it's the same thing as the don't look up shit. When you think about how they just told people, somebody they trusted said, don't look up. And they made it catchy and swaggy. Right. You feel me? And somebody that's telling you, hey, just look up. And you can't do something as simple as look up.
Coming down.
There's a whole comment, and you won't look up because somebody told you not to look up.
Right.
Like, bro, where are we?
Yeah.
And what was crazy about that, bro, is that I could see that being a real thing. That's what we're doing. We've gone through that before.
Yeah, but that's what we're doing now.
Everything. So you're right. Everything is like that now.
It's just super politicizing, and it's now everybody wants to be a part of a trend. People love to be a part of something. Exactly. People love to be on the side.
Right.
And then it's like, the problem with politics is you have to accept everything under the umbrella, or they say you're not fucking with it. You get what I'm saying?
Right. You can't be outside of the umbrella.
Yeah. If you're a Republican, you got to accept all of these values.
Right.
If you're a Democrat, you got to accept all of these values. Any common sense in between or agreeing with
we
that
pushing
side
you to the other side.
Right.
Go over there with them.
And that's the ignorance that involved that comes with it. But it all started that level of fandom, because before, a lot, especially even in our community, a lot of black people weren't even voting.
Right. We ain't know, bro. Right. We didn't think about that.
Exactly.
We didn't even know where to go vote or how to vote.
Facts. Right. But when they saw a black president, and I will never forget when Obama got elected, because I was on a boat when Obama got elected.
Oh, we cut a damn fool.
But I wasn't.
But of course, they cut a fool now.
When that man got elected, when I woke up in the morning, you could cut the tension on my shit with a knife, bro.
Yeah.
Like everybody's moving, and it's only like 2 black people on there.
Right.
We got up like everything was cool.
But like you said, it's like a sports team, bro. When your team win, bro, you got people who are like, when you look, it's wild. Even when I think about sports, I'm glad you made that reference. When you think about like Alabama, right? Alabama fans don't benefit nothing from that team. You don't get a free T-shirt in the mail. You don't get a free cup. No. You feel me? You don't get free tickets. But these people will die about that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel me? They'll die about it. And it's fandom. It's just like, bro, like what ties do you have to this team?
None.
Other than just liking it and just having the conversation of being against something else.
But the tie came in when color came in. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The tie came in when color, and that's what people need to understand. Racism is the most powerful tool in this
Absolutely,
country.
and they've been using it for a long time.
Right. When a black person became the president of the United States, Democrats couldn't do nothing right. It was already some beef. Mm-hmm. We understand that, two opposite sides.
Right, and they already couldn't do nothing right.
We understand that.
Right.
But now it's the complete opposite, bro. Now it's just complete. If you say left, I say right.
Right.
No in between.
Right.
Y'all supported that coon low key.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you got the Trump after that. Now it's more of a fan thing. So if you hate it, Trump got in because black people didn't like him.
Right.
The race is still rolling over. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what everything is now. And I want people to understand that the vaccine is no different. It's okay if you have natural fears. If you did your research and you weren't comfortable, don't want to take it.
Right.
I respect that wholeheartedly. But when you say, oh, they're pushing it on you, and this group of people saying you shouldn't take it, it's just politics.
Right.
If the other group was in power, they would be telling you to take it. Trump said he would take his vaccine, right? Mm-hmm. The only reason the other Republicans are saying they're not taking it
because he ain't in office.
Right. But if Trump was in office right now,
and he said he was
like vaccines for everyone, it would be red hats everywhere at CVS.
Right. But that's the thing now though, is that it's the Biden supporters who running out and getting it. Now it ain't really the Trump supporters.
Yeah,
and, like
exactly.
you said, like
and
you
it's
said,
just whoever's in power.
whoever,
you got to do the opposite. So make your own educated decision and stop worrying about what the news tell you.
I would have chose this either way.
That's what I say. I'm just one of them people that don't give a fuck who the president or who running the country.
Right.
I'm still gonna make the choice I want to make because I've done my own research.
If I could have chose as a kid, I would have chose not to probably because I feel so.
Yeah,
I agree. But did you take the HPV vaccine?
No.
Okay, cool. So for those people out there, which is fine, and the reason why I asked that question is because
Gardasil was fucking.
If you're anti-vaccines, ride that out.
I didn't do birth control. I didn't do none of that shit.
Because the same reasons why you wouldn't take this vaccine is the same reasons why you wouldn't take the other one.
Right.
Because if you do your research, I guarantee you there's someone who's had a negative effect from the HPV vaccine.
A lot of people I know who are like against the vaccine, like openly want to talk about it. It's more so that they feel like it's just it was created too soon and they would rather wait to see the research. It's not more so that they're like, I don't want to get it, because you got to think, by the time we was taking polio, MMR, and all that shit, it's been
around, right?
10, 15, 20 years.
And we were sure that it didn't fucking wipe out the whole population because we still here.
They still have anti-vaxxers who are like, well, now we think it causes autism. We ain't fucking with it. So it's a whole community of people who already felt this way before COVID. And there's still a lot of people who don't trust it because they have family members affected from the Tuskegee experiment. There's a lot of people that were affected.
Which has nothing to do with this vaccine.
It doesn't.
So if anybody's using that,
there are people who have family members though. So it's a
but that wasn't a vaccine. They gave them syphilis.
Yes, and told them though that it was a placebo, and then there was actually people who were cured.
Right.
And some of them didn't know they were being injected, and some of them did. So there's people whose families were affected. They're still living off of
facts. Absolutely.
I'm just me personally though. I'm not. I'm just anti-medicine in general.
Yeah, I don't
My
take
thing is like
anything.
I would like, bro. It takes for me to have to be on my deathbed before I take something. Let's say, for instance, I got to a point to where they like, boom, you got 24 hours to live. This the only thing that might help you. Shoot me up, motherfucker. I'm already up out of here. Right. But as long as I'm good and I'm breathing, like I'm straight. And that has nothing to do with politics or anything else, which I do understand what you mean. Yeah. But that's why I say in the movie, when you look at when they said don't look up and just look up, right? Even the people who made common sense were just saying like, "Hey, bro, just look up."
Yeah,
you feel me? They seem like they seem like a joke too, because the people that were tagging along with them, you feel me? It's just like if I come to you with a serious conversation and she come make a joke out of it or make a hashtag out of it. Right. Now I look like a clown just like everybody else. Yeah. So it's like everybody looks like clowns. So even if I'm someone that says, "Hey, bro, I'm not shooting that vaccine in my body," you feel me? It look like I'm with them. When I'm not with them, it's just that motherfucker. I'm just not doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
So just like you took it on your own merit, nobody made you go did it. That was your own educated thing. But when you say I'm vaccinated, they gonna claim you.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's the same thing with Trump. You feel me? When Trump said whatever he said, it's just like
because some people voted Republican just because they agreed with the laws, but they put you in the Trump category.
Right. So my thing is, if I voted for Trump because I like his policies, to my friends, I'm a coon. Right. You feel me? Because these people adopt me. Fact. Just like the dude that worked at the Capitol.
When you did it right.
Right, when I did it right. Yeah. So just like the
person you
cop
voted
at
for
the Capitol. You feel me? He went there, he thought he was an American citizen and all this extra shit, but when something happened, he found out,
I'm a nigga.
Mm-hmm. They just adopted you because you were going along with their narrative.
Facts.
But when you stop going along with the narrative, just like you said, you can be with them. If you with a gang and y'all rolling, it's no different than that. Y'all rolling and they like, hey man, we finna go shoot these folk mama house up. And you like, oh shit. I ain't killing nobody, mama.
Yeah.
You out the game.
Yeah. They gonna kill you.
Out the game.
You a bitch ass nigga.
Right.
Nah, I just don't want to kill nobody, mama.
No, you out the game. You feel me? If you gotta adopt everything or none of it. So it's just like that sucks that when you choose something, people adopt you and make you a part of what they doing and a part of what they believe when that's not the case.
Right.
That's why we know Trump as the biggest racist in America, because the greatest racist in America adopted him.
Right. Which I told people all the time, he's not. Right. You just hate his followers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so it's the people around him that make him
and I must admit, bro, that makes it really fucking hard to go to the polls to vote for somebody when you see pickup trucks and fucking hoods at the poll voting for the same thing you voting for.
But the ignorance is also on the other side of that. To not vote for something that will benefit you because you don't like the people with him.
I would just do an absentee ballot, so I don't have ballots.
No, you shouldn't.
Right.
You shouldn't.
But you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that the way the manipulation goes around shit, bro. These people are masterful in the way they do things. Mm-hmm. You feel me? We love to think on the surface and be on some ABC shit, but bro, this shit is planned out years ahead. This Obama shit was planned out. This Trump shit was planned out, bro. This shit is all by design, and you reacting to it. It's like, bro, I tell people all the time, bro. Ain't nothing on the internet worth a damn to you, because if it was worth a damn, it wouldn't be on the internet.
Right.
You feel me? If you ain't on the dark web looking for shit to where if you on www. Ain't nothing on there for you. You chasing your tail. If you on YouTube, you chasing your tail, because guess what? Anything of value gets flagged and gets taken off.
You need a skull to pop up first. That's the real internet. Huh?
That's the real internet. When you got to type in some codes and some numbers, zeros and ones.
The screen go black. And
where the government come and take your shit. That's when you on the internet. So it's just like, bro, like the internet is designed for you to chase your tail. People, me and my homie had a conversation, and we was just talking. We were kids then. We were probably 14, 15. And we were talking about the universe and God and all this shit. And he was just like, I think I got this shit figured out. I said, bro, the day you figure it out, you won't exist no more. You feel me?
I have a friend who told me all the New World Order shit and everything when we was probably 17. YouTube wasn't popping like that, and this man was always on YouTube. Last time I seen that man, he was carrying around a book, writing down shit, schizophrenic, talking, saying somebody put something in his mouth. Like, it fucking freaked me out.
You took the words out of my mouth.
To know that he really did know as much as he knew back then, and somebody done fucked with him.
If you meet somebody that really knows something, you ain't gonna believe them, and they gonna sound crazy as shit. They gonna sound batshit crazy, because what's going on is beyond your comprehension. Mm-hmm. And when you bring something to people that they can't comprehend, guess what? You crazy.
You always the crazy person. Crazy. When you said the earth was round for a long period of time, you was crazy.
You was crazy.
Crazy
right.
Ass nigga.
So it's just like, bro, any information you get that's real, you ain't gonna believe it in any damn way, because it's gonna go beyond your small mind what your small mind can comprehend.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't even try to figure it out, bro. At the end of the day, bro, this shit is bigger than us. So all you can do in this world, bro, is wake up and do everything you can to enjoy this shit while you have it, bro. I like, life is not meant for you to figure out life. Life is meant for you to live it. It's not meant for you to wake up and figure out like what am I here? No, you here. Right. Like whatever created you is beyond your comprehension and beyond your understanding. You still got to go to the doctor for the doctor to tell you what's wrong with you.
Right.
You feel me? Clearly you don't know yourself and you don't know anything about yourself, so you might as well enjoy life, bro.
Yeah. I just hate when people are so voiceful about information they don't know. That's the only thing about it. It's not about, I've never had a problem whether you take the vaccine or don't take the vaccine.
Right.
That don't even.
But it's like that comes with anything.
Yeah, it just happens too much nowadays. It's like, stop telling me what's on the news. You ever? I even hate the people that be like, oh man, they people dying of other shit. It's not COVID. You dying of other shit, but they calling it COVID. I be like, how you know though?
Yeah.
Cause I seen it on somebody's page.
But like, how you know COVID ain't
somebody
told you? How you know? Yeah, somebody told you. Yeah. It's not like you was a scientist or be like, oh, that person died. That's not COVID right there. That was cancer, or that was diabetes that killed.
I listened to my friend.
You're not there. You don't know. So stop spewing this information. Like, people be having these combos with me, like, and I just end up checking out because it's like, you know what? I can't have a conversation with you because you're telling me shit that you don't know, and you'll stand behind it.
Yeah.
You don't know if people are really dying from COVID or if they aren't.
You know what
You just heard that on TV.
Is a lot of times that's why they can't take the pills you give them. They can't swallow it.
Right.
Is because people would rather feel like the way they've pacified themselves to think things are is the truth.
Yeah.
Right,
they don't really give a fuck about the truth.
No, they don't.
Right.
They
want to
be believe what they believe.
Comfortable, pretty lies, beautiful lies. You love them.
Listen,
they feel great.
That's a lot of women too, though. When we talk about on the show about relationships and stuff like that, women would rather do it their way than to take good advice.
And that goes for religion.
That's an ego thing. That's with everybody. It's an ego and it's a pride.
Beliefs.
Nothing gets under my skin more than the motherfucker that want to argue religion with me that's done no more than listen to a pastor.
Yeah.
You ain't been in that book.
You haven't even read the
I can take the Bible and whoop your ass with your own Bible, and you don't even have a clue what's going on in it. You just telling me what you like. That's 90% of our parents, and these are the people who we get information from every day. That's why it's like my parents were no good to me.
Right.
It wasn't shit they could tell me because I had educated myself beyond their education.
And that's what you're supposed to do.
Right. So you like my mama couldn't tell me nothing because everything she sounded batshit crazy to me because I've done my research. Right. You ain't did you listen to Big Mama and Big Mama and so and so, and none of these people knew nothing.
Right.
Most of our great grandparents had access to no information.
And then a lot of the people you listening to, whether in the church or not, are just as wicked as the people that's out.
That's why a lot of times with my kids, people don't understand how I parent them. But like if I say something and my son is like, Mama, that's not true. And he says something else, I don't get, oh, that's disrespectful. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Well, where'd you learn? Because a lot of times he is telling me something that I might not have known.
Right.
I remember being 9 years old and my mom was saying some shit and I'd be like, no, bitch, that is not what the book.
But-
like, where did you learn that shit?
Right.
That's why.
And
That's
then people couldn't take it because I'm a 9-year-old and I'm telling them something.
Right.
And they're like, well, who is she? I don't do that. I let my kids tell me stuff and I let them voice their opinions so that they can be like,
because their mind is more pure than yours.
and
their
they
mind,
and they understand shit
understand,
way more
and
than I
they
do.
understand from an unbiased place.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's like, bro.
Them kids teach me shit all the time.
That's why white people have the audacity. You feel
Yeah.
me? That's why they're so entitled. It's because white people parent in the fashion and white culture. And I'm not even gonna say white people, but white culture parents in the fashion to where they allow their kids' mind to explore and be free.
Yeah.
Like they'll let their kids run around the grocery store and they'll let them do different
Yeah.
shit. And you look at that like it's crazy, but it's just like because you have a slave mentality. You so used to not being able to be nowhere, not always being where you're not supposed to be, or somebody telling you to stop, or somebody putting limitations on how you move. They never have limitations, bro. They talk to their folks how they want to. They like I've seen white people, grown white people, 40 years old, have a debate with a 6-year-old about what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That ain't happening in our household.
Yeah.
But that creates free thinking people.
It does.
You feel me? That's why they can get pulled. That's
And
why,
that's not all of them. There's a lot of them. Some of them
it's-
religious
it's
white
just their culture. You feel me?
yeah.
So that's why I say it's like that's why they are so willing to sacrifice. It's because when you're so used to having freedom, you won't let nobody take it from you.
Right.
We've never experienced having freedom, so it's so easy to take it from us. It's so easy to tell you go sit your ass over there because you've been getting told to go sit your ass over there all your life.
Right.
You feel me? That stops us from taking a lot of risk that would make us successful in business and life. Is that we're afraid? We have slave mentality.
Yeah.
They're not afraid, bro.
No.
They tightrope walk and feel as if they're like you say. They do have a safety net a lot of times because that being white is a safety net in itself.
But we also in our own community criticize you when you try to think outside the box.
Right.
When you
Definitely.
try to think bigger
And that
and
is
better and
why-
Because
farther.
we
Yep.
passed that slave mentality
Yep.
off on
Right.
each other.
Yeah.
It's a crab in a barrel mentality, bro. Hey, get back in here, bro. It's safe in here with us.
Right.
No, we not. None of us are safe. We all in the barrel. Somebody got to get out.
But
and if I risk and lose getting out, that's fine because I was stuck in here anyway.
I have realized the more people see people be free thinkers and genuinely do it without a care if anyone else does it also,
Right.
it's more open for them.
Right.
Like if you literally do some shit and you don't really care if anyone, then you'll see people start to do it little
Right.
by little. As long as you don't mention that you did it first. That's what I hate about our culture sometimes is you'll do things, you'll wear something like me. Okay, let's say I cut a mullet.
Right.
Now, if I start seeing people with mullets and then I go online and say, I was the first one with a mullet. Well, bitch, you did that for someone else to be able to look at it.
Right.
Why would you do something and then get mad when people do it too?
Black people love to be the one.
That's so stupid though.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
that's
be the
very
one
stupid.
if no one else likes it.
Right.
You're gonna be the foolish one. So you have when you do it, you have to understand a trend is going to spread. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
So I do know I let my kids do that, and one thing I can say that helps them is I have never seen one of my kids care about the other kid or anyone else if they want to do something. Like they literally will be okay being. I'll be like, well, you got to do it.
Followers.
Yeah.
They will be in their room alone and not get. We're all separate. No one in our house is bothering each other, and people are like, they just do that.
Like,
and I'm
bro,
like,
you're gonna raise some like brilliant fucking children. I could already tell.
They already
and
are.
And I tell my kids all the time. That's the number one rule with my kids is think free, follow no one.
Right.
Like I don't give a damn what you do. If you want to do whatever you want to do, I'm not even in control of your life. It's your life. You choose.
Right.
You feel me? I've raised you up enough to where you to make your own decisions, and I've always gave you. And we're so used to thinking like black people. We always have the illusion of freedom, which sets limits on us.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when your kids are little, right? You'll say, "What you want to eat? Pizza or hot dogs?" That's an illusion of choice. You're not really choosing what you want to eat. You're choosing from the options I gave you.
Right.
You feel me? When there are a vast amount of options out there, but I just box you in.
Right.
And we psychologically do that to each other all the time.
No,
Yeah.
very, very, very true.
I'm telling you, I let them kids do it. But I remember I seen this meme the other day that said, all those girls who used to get talks too much on your report card, what you doing now? I said, talking too fucking much.
On the podcast with a mullet.
Winning.
But you know what's so
Right,
funny is when I was in second grade, I had a teacher, and I've always been so lucky for like community type schools because she was like, this girl isn't bad and she doesn't talk too much. She's smart and she
I
needs.
can see you talking in class.
So
though.
I
You
was
look
the
like
I was the news. She put my ass on the news. You weren't even supposed to do it. I used to open up my school with the news every morning because she was like, give her something to do.
I always
see
say
you
the
in
greatest
all
thing
kinds
that
of
ever
lights
happened
right
to me, bro, is that my folks didn't teach me shit.
So you could learn however you wanted.
Bro, everything I know came from just
you
floating. And you got to think, I got 9 brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
My mom started having kids at 15.
Yeah.
Right.
Like her and my older brother are like brother and sister. You feel me? And she had kids all the way up until my youngest sisters who are twins that just turned 31. But my brother, 52. My sister, 51. My brother, 50.
Right.
My brother, 49. You feel me? Always having kids. You feel me? And all of them got first 5 or 6 different men. You feel me? So it's like it's hard to maintain like parenting through that. You're a child raising children your whole life. You feel me? So somebody, and I'm number 6. Boy, you irrelevant as hell. It's like the last pick in the draft.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know where you at. You feel me? But somehow I come out Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's a beautiful thing sometimes that nobody's in control of your learning. And I thank God that she didn't try to control my learning because she was 15 when she started having kids. What can you teach me?
Yeah.
You on a 6th grade, 6th grade education. Yeah. You feel me? And that's why I got so much admiration and so much like my mom is like my hero to me because bro, how the fuck
did you pull that off?
All of us are alive and well.
Right.
How?
Dope.
I be feeling cool like that too. My sister always say, she said, I know one thing for sure. Mama had some smart kids because like I'm the oldest of 5 and I'm the only one with kids.
Bro, never had a job.
No one else has kids.
Don't know how you did it.
Nah, that's dope. Mama's pulled out some dope. Mama's pulled out some dope stuff.
I'm telling you, bro. I don't know a mama that could do it with 10 right now. I know some mama struggling doing it with 3.
Man, I don't need.
You feel me? So it was just like, bro, it's hats off to her, bro. Like I thank God you ain't teach me shit, but I thank God for you.
Right.
You feel me?
But because it's better to be taught nothing than be taught the wrong thing sometimes.
Absolutely.
Because breaking the control was something for me, and not to insult anything. I got great parents, man. A dope mother, dope father. But as far as being looking forward into the future type whatever, it's really not their bag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, I always feel like I'm born a generation early. Like I should have been my parent.
Right.
And meaning if I thought this way, if I could have me,
build
me up,
right.
And then just my thinking, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm hoping, you
some
of that rub off on your daughter.
Yeah, so I'm the same way with my sons, bro. It's like, bro, like, that's dope as hell, bro. Those are bars. But I just feel like with black in our community, our parents are just too safe.
Yeah,
it's too much. Like you put fear in us before we even know what fear is.
And I could agree. Maybe that's They played it too
put fear in you before you even know what it is.
Yeah,
you got me scared of everything.
I can see that. Yeah,
you feel me? Like, bro, a baby, wherever you sit it, it'll walk off a building. Mm-hmm. You feel me? No problem. Won't be scared on the way down. Right. Won't nothing. You can throw it in the pool. It'll swim.
That's why they learn how to swim. That's why you're supposed to just throw your baby in some water.
Right. But we teach it that you may drown.
Right.
We teach it that you may fall. Mm. And that's all we can think about every time we try something that's failing. I was just talking to your boy before we came. I'm like, bro, I got to stop second guessing myself. Yeah. And you be somebody with great gifts. You feel me? I watch you do it all the time, bro. You like, damn, I'm nervous about this album. Right. I'm like, all the shitty music out here in the world, you worried about this album, bro. You the best rapper in the world. You best rapper in the world, worried about his album.
Yeah. Right. I'm an artist.
Like, what are you doing? Like, who put that fear in you?
Him.
You feel me?
Yeah. Life.
But but that's society. Those are things that are instilled in you, bro, and installed in you before you even know they're there.
Right.
You feel me? We're all the accumulation of the things that we've gone through. Just like you said, you had very traditional and safe parents.
Yeah.
You feel me? Hey, 12, don't go over here. Do like this. When the police pull you over, move like this. And it's just like, bro, everything you're taught is fear-based.
Yeah.
Don't.
And I had a set of parents that if you stepped outside of what they feared, it was an issue.
It was a rap, a problem.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which was more fear.
Right.
You feel me?
I found a real cool way when I was younger to literally act like things people told me didn't matter. And I would just say, and I would not take any of that shit. Right. And they would think I was being the good one. And really in my head, I was like, I ain't using none of this shit. Right.
That's how that shit be.
I just learned not to say it to them because before I used to tell people, no, I ain't listening.
You know what's beautiful though? What makes you a born rebel is if when you're one of those kids that they just like, he think he grown as hell.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He too grown. It's just like, bro.
Don't say that too much because there's some kids out here that ain't
No,
rebelling.
but I mean like when they think they're too grown, they can really govern some things within themselves.
There's some kids out here that's too grown.
There are.
Right,
there are, bro. But the thing about it though, bro, it's like regardless of where they go, it's an extreme side of it. Regardless, you're gonna be extreme in the wrong shit or extreme in the right shit.
Yeah, but most kids don't know how to govern that.
No,
you have to govern some of that.
Right, 100% you do. But what I'm saying is just like her, right? She sounded like she sounds like she was more of a free thinking child.
I was.
You feel what I'm saying? And that sometimes that comes from being unattended to.
It was.
You feel what I'm saying? That's where mine came from, being unattended to. But it was like
and
there were
shit
people.
I would watch,
thank God.
Yeah.
But see, this is what makes a difference, though, right? I got 9 brothers and sisters, right? Mm-hmm. So my brother may have been unattended to, right? But the things that he chose as influence and the things that he did look to. Just like there's always a kid out here in the streets who can be controlled by somebody, no matter who it is.
Yeah, and that's my point. That's what I'm saying.
So it's just like I was blessed to have the right influences. Like I ain't have nobody at home teaching me, but I went to school with people it could have went left 100%. But the thing about it, I would have been the biggest criminal in the world or the biggest success in the world. But you're gonna be something big other than nothing.
Right. So I wouldn't recommend leaving children unattended. You two were just able to find the positive.
Absolutely.
And adapt to that.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But I think this is going to be our first clip. This is what we about to get into. We got to clip this for the internet period, though, because a lot of people, they don't want to talk about space and don't look up and all of this shit, though. So you sent me something in a DM about Fresh and Fit, right?
Yeah, man.
Which is a podcast, for those who don't know. It's called Fresh and Fit Podcast. I think they're based out of Miami. If you've never seen this podcast, there's 2 men on here, and they typically have a lot of... When you live in Miami, it's just women walking around everywhere. A lot of OnlyFans girls, a lot of strippers, models, such and such. And that brings a lot of attention, eye candy and stuff like that to their podcast. And it might be 5, 6, 7 women in the room talking with those 2 gentlemen. You get what I'm saying? So these are the only 2 men that are on the set. And typically they have aggressive pushbacks towards women. And that's brought them popularity. I think that there's a group of people now who I think women have become so dominant with their speaking voice that there's a niche now for disrespecting them.
Oh, yeah.
And we get to just watch it.
Yeah.
Because you can't openly do it in any other platform.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? You can't do it in life. It's not accepted anymore. So, but to narrow this down, they clearly have an issue with black women. So I'm going to play the clip and then, I'm going to give you the floor as the Afro-Latina woman on the podcast to tell us how you feel. So let me play. I think it's like 2 different clips. The first one is just because
they had a pushback one,
right?
Or they responded.
I just did the one. Let me see. It's only like a minute.
When it comes to dating and your personal preferences, no one bats an eye when women say I want a man that's 6 feet tall, makes a certain amount of money, blah blah blah. Those are considered preferences. But if I say, hey man, I don't date black girls like that. Oh God!
You hate black women.
How dare you?
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
My mom's black. Your mom's black.
Yeah.
My sister's black. Like, bro, we just have a preference.
If we hated black women, would we bring African American women and black women on the show?
Okay, but
all the time?
The question.
Let me finish.
Okay,
we would not if we had an issue with them. Our dating preferences are our preferences. Just like you have the prerogative as a woman to date a man that makes a certain amount of money, a height, income, whatever it is. No one bats an eye. We are free to choose who we want to hook up with and date. Like, what the hell? Like, there's nothing wrong with having preference.
It's funny, I never used that one, bro, but hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like, me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. Man. We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
Sometimes if they're, Redbone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay, so last one, guys.
Final round.
Now, we're not going to mention names for certain reasons, right?
Yes.
For a bunch of legal implications. But if you guys are in our community, we talk about.
It's funny, I never used that one, bro.
So that was the first one. They played them in reverse. They played the response, and then they played the Shaniqua comments, and then I want to play the one with Asian doll on there.
Guys, sidebar conversations, please.
All right. What about
I've told you this is like the 5th time I've told you that, right?
6th time.
Like, stop. For real, like, stop.
He mean as fuck.
You haven't been here.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah, it's the whole show.
Yeah, she's been doing it the whole show. I'm not mean as fuck. I just have rules. Simple.
All right, good. It's podcast.
Damn.
What I look for in a man in the club that's like approaching me.
Hold on. Excuse me?
You mean?
I'm not mean at all.
Okay, I don't care.
Have you been here the whole time?
No.
All right, then. So you don't know what was happening,
I
right?
don't give a fuck.
Okay, then. So how you going to come on somebody's show, not know what go down, and say, oh, you're mean?
It don't matter. I can say what I want.
Okay, well, you can get the fuck off the show, too.
I don't give a fuck.
Get off the show,
Chill,
too.
man. What? Chill out, bro.
Listen, don't do me like
Nah, you can go.
Chill.
You're not going to come on the platform.
Nah, chill, bro.
shout out to Asian Doll first of all.
Yes.
I got so
Why
much to
shout
say,
her
but go
out
ahead.
first. But I'm gonna give you the floor first, Tania. I feel like it's only right to give the black woman the floor on this particular topic.
So first of all, there are so many problems with this, and I actually got sent it by my friend, who is a beautiful chocolate brown woman, and she was just like, "Look at this whack ass shit." So I'm watching, and I'm like, first of all, they said was at first, have you ever heard of the new dating app Black? Oh, I don't get down with the brown, maybe a red, but okay, why the fuck do you have to say all the LaQuisha and Lashikas like as if anyone under that app is going to be a dark-skinned person that you're saying is not your preference?
Like
if
those
you were,
names are synonymous
if you
with
were
the skin
not
color.
throwing shade, then why in the fuck did you specifically reference certain types of names and then say maybe a red bone here and there, which only furthers colorism, making brown girls think that red people think that they're better when, first of all, neither of these niggas probably get picked up by any of the bitches they want because they both look whack as fuck. And it's like, it's so lame to do that. You could have really fucked with any girl that you wanted to that was outside of the race without having to down your own race. Like, why the fuck do you feel the need to have to do that to say your preference?
Right.
When a girl says they like a 6'3" nigga, they not like, oh, walking around like, oh, well, I don't get down with midgets. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I like a tall dude. Cool, simple. So I don't get why they even kept referencing, we have a preference. No, your preference is that you're an asshole.
Right.
You're a male chauvinist, and I can't even, I wish I would have been on there because I would have said more than Asian Doll ass said, because first of all, you're not finna keep zooping me with them damn noises. And then the one girl he was even talking to, she was sweet. When he was like, stop it, don't do it again, she was like, I'm sorry. Like, she was very calm, and he's like, yeah, because that's not the first time you did it. Like, bruh.
And Asian Doll said the most important thing. I'll address that too, but yeah, she
What
kept it
said,
cool.
I can say what the fuck I want to.
No. When she told him, she said, bro, all I did was call you mean, and you mad?
Yeah, like you're mad.
That was all you needed to hear.
It's because she's
as
somebody
a woman,
he don't want to fucking talk to.
but it was like, as a woman, bro, you a whole man. All I did was call you mean, and that bothered you as a man. That was enough said for me. When that was the dopest thing that she could have said.
That she's ever
because
said.
Cussing him out, going back and forth, that ain't right.
It wasn't, but
right.
my anger just had me so like, why is this okay? Especially not the one that's Sudan, the Sudanese one. Kind of expect that from him because a lot of people in that area of Africa tend to have views on the race they will date.
Yeah, but fuck all that too.
Yeah.
But the other one, he was really getting me because he knew that nigga was being mean and he just sat there.
But this is a clear case of, I said on the podcast before, I said black people got to stop putting money before everything. And this is a clear this is a clear case of us doing anything for clout, right? We got to stop doing that, because if people, it's like, bro, who made these lames famous?
Right.
You feel me? And it's just like, clearly
we've been doing that a lot lately, bro.
Yeah.
That's
in our culture, we've been letting a lot of lames.
This is the
black shit.
This is the problem with that, because the thing about it, bro, once you give a person power, they have power, no matter who they are, how lame they are.
Facts.
We've only made even through this, we've only made them more famous,
right?
And they're gonna make more money.
Facts.
Just like the motherfucker that murder somebody, they get documentaries, they get books. You feel me? And they make money. They profit off of it.
And it's because of the internet. We've given them a highway to success,
right?
But they can be lame. They can avoid all the real shit,
right?
I see something that said we're starting to give bad bitches microphones talking about whack dudes.
And then see that's the problem is that, bro, when we get in the position where we'll do anything for clout, just like when he's talking to them like he's fucking somebody's father on the podcast, and they want to be a part of it so bad that they just I won't do it again. Nah, fuck him, bro. Like these, you made these lame ass dudes famous, and when you look at these dudes, I'm sure they don't like black women, because I'm sure black women won't fuck with them. I'm glad you don't like black women. And my issue with, like, yeah, he's right. You are allowed to have a preference, but the thing about it, if I ask you what kind of ice cream you like, you're not gonna tell me the ice cream you don't like.
Right.
I didn't ask you that.
Exactly.
I asked you what type of women you like.
Fact.
And if you were to say white queens, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
But you don't have to go into a whole bunch of banter about black women that I didn't ask you about.
And it was the dumbass jokes.
That's a good point.
I didn't ask you for that. Right. So that lets me know you got some disdain and hate for these women. Because if I ask you, like, bro, what you want? What's your favorite food? And you say, man, fuck pizza.
Bro, I didn't-
I'm like, bro, I didn't say nothing about pizza. What you got against pizza?
right.
You feel me?
It's a great point.
Yeah, so
what's
that's
even in order with
that's
that?
what blew me. It's just like, bro, these motherfuckers hate black women so bad, and it's the same thing white people do, or anybody does when they want to make it seem like they're not biased towards something. We'll invite one, we'll invite two. We got black girls on the show all the time. Yeah, to cover up your fucking bias. You feel me? You bring them on so you can shit on them, and they don't have a voice clearly because they can't talk when they want to talk.
Right.
They got to let you rant and shit on them. And I'm just like, bro, I would have died to be a man at that table.
I would
and then
have
the
to.
one white
I
girl in
would
the
have to.
I would have
background, she
died
was
to be a
like-
man at that table, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, and the thing about it,
Absolutely.
these guys, bro, y'all when they hate black, they hate the black dude hate the skin he in so much, it's ridiculous.
So much.
But my thing is, all of this pushback they getting from the black community,
Yeah.
guess what? They don't give a
They
fuck
don't
about
care.
it.
No.
Because just like their views went up from us watching it to see what the fuck they said, and their views are skyrocketing from people who feel like they feel.
Right.
So it's like it's a win-win for them. So my thing is we have to learn how to like not even look in the direction of shit like that, bro.
Right.
We got to learn to not share shit like that. It was hard as fuck. Not like I would have never came over here and mentioned another podcast, but they made it impossible not to.
Right.
You feel me? Which is genius in a sense. You feel me? Because like these folks, they know what they're doing, bro. It's just like that dude, the Officer Tatum dude.
Yeah.
Like he knows exactly where he gets his like.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows exactly what he's
realized-
doing.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
He gets you to watch it and hate him, and
That's
he gets
the-
other people that watch him and love him.
That's the self-defense
Guess what?
dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all views.
Right.
No matter what.
Whether you
They're
think it's
all
funny,
views. Whether you think
legit.
it's funny, you hate it or not, they're all views. These people are still getting paid. You feel me? And that's what fucking blows my mind and angers me the most.
I don't think they did this on purpose. Because somebody saw this clip and
Right.
decided
It's
to
an
turn
older
it
clip
into-
too.
Right.
Right.
But their format of their show, absolutely, they
definitely, yeah.
absolutely. But the thing is, if you don't like a bunch of side conversations and all that, this is how you know you don't spend a lot of time with women. Why would you have 7, 8 women on your show?
It was so many of
You
them.
ever been around a group of women talking before?
That
You
shit
think
is
you're gonna get a
crazy.
word in with 8 or 9 of them on your set?
And it's wild.
Right. So
And
that's
you
first
and you bring them on, and what's funny though, bro, it ain't even that they don't like black women, bro. These folks don't like women at all.
They was talking to all of them crazy.
You
Did
think you think they don't? They only. There's dudes are like this, right, bro?
They're
It's like
probably
most
gay.
people are like this. People like whatever likes them.
Right.
If something don't like you, you have disdain for it, and you automatically act like you don't like it because it
Facts.
doesn't like you.
Facts.
You feel me? They only not shitting on white women because those are the only type of women they can get with the type of setup they got
Right.
and how they move. You feel me? Because you're more likely to see a white woman go for some lame shit like that over a black chick. Most black women ain't dwelling in no shit that lame.
Right.
You feel me? That shit is wild to me, bro.
Because
but they have a disdain for women in general though, bro. You can just tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
it's-
But
it's-
the whole setup of the show is, and this is not an insult to any woman who's ever been on the show, and it's not all the women who have been on that show. If they try to bring in a bunch of misinformed people,
Yes.
and
so they can
then
sound
highlight,
smart.
and then highlight their lack of information.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, so they humiliate people.
Basically, right. It's just like if I was had a master's degree in science and I bring in a bunch of people who dropped out in the 4th grade
Right.
and I'm sitting on here.
Boy, you gonna sound like a genius.
Yeah.
We like to invite people who we know are smart or we know feel like give us a good conversation.
Exactly.
We bring on people who gonna challenge us.
And when it don't
They
go
want
like that, we be like, we gonna have that
we got
person
right.
back on. They
no,
ain't challenging them.
we bringing you back.
Facts.
Yeah, if
So-
you can cook us, we bringing you back.
And that's not to insult any of the women who've been on that show. I don't know anybody's upbringing, but they bring on a lot of women, like I say, who are OnlyFans or
They had the right
stripping
one
or
on Asian
something
Doll,
like
though.
that. Yeah, exactly.
They had the right
Asian
one.
Doll was the right one on there.
She was not
Exactly,
with it.
because she wasn't for play.
Yeah, that's how you supposed to do on a show like that. Get the
Yeah.
fuck up. Why are you giving these folks your energy and time?
Yeah.
Facts.
Right? Like, bro,
So-
who are they without you?
No, nobody. They're nothing without the women on that show, educated or not educated.
Right.
Those women make the show, whether they know it or not. Right. So I'll give you a little insight on how this works. As y'all said, I mean, really everything that it is. The reason why they don't like black women is because they haven't had good experiences being accepted with black women. They can smell their lameness from a mile away. You understand what I'm saying? But that happens a lot in our culture, and white people don't typically understand that either. Whenever you see a Candace Owens or like the Hodgkins twins, we know as black people that they didn't get a lot of love in our community.
Right.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just it
And
was
you
was
can tell they have disdain for our
right.
community because
Candace,
of that.
right. I knew Candace Owens' husband wasn't black the
Without
day I
even
saw
knowing.
her.
Right. Same thing with the Tatum dude, Officer Tatum.
Yes.
I said, bro, I was talking to the person. I said, man, this man don't even like. I said he hates the skin that he in. I said, I guarantee you. Now, mind you, I didn't know either.
Right.
I said, I guarantee you love him. Yeah. I said, you love Candace Owens too, don't you? Yeah, I love her.
Absolutely.
I said, I guarantee you her husband white. What does that have to do with anything? And I guarantee you his wife white.
It has to do everything.
And I said it has nothing to do with colorism or not being able to date who you want. I just know that you want nothing to do with anybody that looks like you.
Right. But what white people don't understand is that when they feel like they can't fit in our culture, they come to yours and support everything because everyone needs a home.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone wants to feel loved. Everyone. So that might not even be their initial feelings, but it went so bad amongst my home team that I'll go over here. Just like if you it might be a traitor in war or something like that. If my home side ain't showing me no love, I come tell you all the secrets. Man,
That's why
them.
people go join the ops all the time.
Exactly. So, and a lot of times, white people, you got to understand also, you are so unfamiliar with black culture that lames can tell you anything and you think it's black law.
Right.
You know, do you know how many times that happens? So to a lot of white women, they'll date those kind of black men because those black men are able to go to those white women who have zero experience in our community and talk to them like,
this is what we own. This is what we do.
They'll talk to the white women like they the terrorists of black people. Like, no, this is what black people think and this is how it is. And you right, they shouldn't feel like that. That's the poor minded people, and that's the way, bro. You don't know nothing about, but that white person don't know that we don't accept your kind.
Right? Yeah. How many times have you walked in a room with the black dude that all the white people think is cool, and you show up and he get real uncomfortable?
Oh yeah, because he know a real black person walked in the room. Happens all, especially around white folks.
Right.
Man, listen, but that happens a lot of times. Even when black dudes date white girls, they don't bring them around the black that they feel like they can't be.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They'll hate on you so hard because if that white woman ever see what black really is, he know. You get what I'm saying? But that's
that happens with that's why white people didn't want their kids going to school with black children. It's because I preached and told you that they were so these monsters.
Yeah.
But when you get in school with them and they offer you a pen or a pencil,
yeah,
and they become your best friends, you realize that there's no monster.
Yeah. They coordinated, they can dribble, they fast, they pretty much cool, they can rap, they rhyme really good.
And like, they got no hate for me.
Right. I freestyle and they cheered me on. It was crazy, Mom. You should have saw me.
You didn't believe in my dreams.
Exactly. That's when that starts. I'm gonna rap, Mom. But the most important thing, man, I want to show people the difference because I've come on here and I've joked about black culture when it comes to women versus white culture.
Boy, I was gonna talk about that. Right. Go ahead, though.
And I want to show people the difference when because they try to clean it up with when you got a preference, it's got nothing to do with preference, bro.
At all.
You understand what I'm saying? I understand that how black women are as far as dating them and associating with them and being like in a loving relationship with them. You understand what I'm saying? Some people could say that it's a handful. You get what I'm saying? Not all, but some, right? Mm-hmm. I understand that. I also understand that for the first time dating outside my race, which I dated a white woman, one for just the internet, all seriousness, I dated one, and I immediately saw the difference from her culture. Mm-hmm. Had nothing to do with her skin color, though. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was their culture. They're insulting skin color.
Yes.
Do you understand
Dark
what I'm saying?
Rider, Night Rider. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Right.
They're belittling how a person looks. That's racist.
Yes.
That's not a cultural preference or a treatment preference. You get what I'm saying? They're dissing a person's color. But I also want them to know something too, though, because they don't express this enough, and I'm about to put on my black woman cape for a change. All while black women may be a little bit more difficult to deal with in a relationship, I want you to understand why, okay? Black women have two things to deal with at once every day.
Being a woman and black.
And being black. They live in a male-dominated world. So if you're a woman, that is already something where you have to fight for position. You hear women talk about how they have to fight for position in jobs.
Yeah.
You've seen the woman growth to have a voice in the home, correct? Yeah. That's all correct. That's not even a race thing. That's all women have fought that battle, right?
Right.
Because you're in a male-dominated society.
Correct.
So yes, there will be always a push for correction to be heard and to be looked at as an equal. You understand? And I understand that because I am a black man living in a white man's dominated society. So I get that because we have to fight hard as black men. You've ever heard a black man say I have to work twice as hard to accomplish what a white man's accomplished?
Right.
Yeah.
You understand? When I go to work, I don't have the option to be good. I have to be great or I'm not accepted. You get what I'm saying? A white man can have a bad day on the job. I cannot. You get what I'm saying? So I understand that. So now women, not only have black women have to wake up and have to fight as a woman, I also have to fight for being black. There's two things on my shoulders at once. So now that's where the fight to be an equal comes in at. That's where the passion comes in at. Yes, some of that may be overcorrection, right? But that's what oppressed people do.
Yeah.
They overcorrect. If I've never given you freedom, it's just like when I went to school, you saw the girls who came from like those Catholic schools or those church schools or whatever, and when they got to college as freshmen, they wild the fuck out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
They never got to do
right.
anything.
You'll see them come on campus so innocent, so whatever, and then next thing you know, you'll hear about them giving head in the bathroom, and you're like, oh, man, she bucking, bro.
You say overcorrection, overcompensation.
Right. I've never had that freedom. So black women are fighting twice as hard. And sometimes, yes, it does go too far. Sometimes you don't have to be that aggressive. Sometimes you don't have to respond to your man that way in a relationship, but you have to also understand the battles that they're fighting. You get what I'm saying? And if you're not up for that fight, that's fine too.
Right.
But you don't have to diss them in the process. You get what I'm saying?
He could have just simply been like, "Oh no, it's not my thing on that date and that."
Facts.
Simple.
But he don't like his culture. When you identified a skin color of a woman with a Shaniqua, that should tell every white person he don't know.
Yeah.
That's some shit a white person would say.
I just hate the generalization of women in general though, bro. Like because no matter what color a woman is, no woman is one thing. Whether she's black,
Facts.
white, Asian, or whatever, no woman is one thing. Every person as an individual is who they are based on their experiences.
Facts.
It has nothing to do with color or nothing to do with none of that. You feel me?
Exactly.
So no woman is one thing, bro. So that's why it weirded me out, dude. Like I have a lot of opinions on women and men. We talk about it all the time, but one thing I'm always gonna do is make sure I put women on the highest pedestal, and I get pushback from men like that all the time.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's just weird to me that men could have such disdain for women because, like I say, they don't just hate black women; they hate women in general. Black women are just the ones they hate the most.
Yeah.
But how could you have that type of disdain for a woman, bro, when you came from a woman? You can't like how?
You're right, but you understand exactly how. It's why we have the exact opposite type of show. A woman can watch this and be a little offended about this show, right? But the difference is, and you're a woman on this show, we're giving you the truth. We want to put you on game, right?
Well, and it's also because the tone in which you guys say it is, it seems as if you're just giving free game.
Right, but a lot of
women
women
condescending as fuck.
Exactly, but see, the difference is there's no hatred for women for us because we've never had a problem getting women.
Right.
There's no hatred for me and him because I've been fine in the woman category. You've lived a good life socially with women. We're not upset with women. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we're also at the point where we can sacrifice some women, which means like we don't have to lie to get sex.
Correct.
If you don't want to sleep with us, oh well, I still told you the truth, right? Those men have had horrible experiences prior to that podcast with women in general. So now I'm able to create an environment where I can shit back.
They've been called a fuckboy a couple times.
Yes, that's why academics get on there. I ain't even want to bring him up for real, because he's growing on me. But he's so lame too, as far as from his experience, he could never get a woman.
Listen, man.
That's why he get on there and talk crazy to them too.
Listen, man. If Lil Dick Energy was a person,
oh my,
was a person.
But listen. Academics, I ain't got no problem with you, man. You growing on me.
He probably don't even got the deep shit.
He don't even got the deep dick.
So he ain't even got no inside dick.
Like that's all the dick God gave him. Ain't nothing else in there. That's terrible. Hey man, that's horrible, man. If Lil Dick Energy was a person, it'd be Academics.
It'll be them.
And that Sudanese nigga, that motherfucker, he's
all three of them, bro. Them folks ain't never cracked nobody back.
Nah,
women hate sleeping with them. Even the women that they sleep with hate sleeping with them. They gotta go sleep with somebody after they get up.
Have you ever seen Bridesmaids?
Yes, that's one of my movies.
You know the dude that she's fucking in the beginning that he hates her, he makes her climb over the wall? That's the energy that nigga gives me.
I can see that for both of them. But what's Sudan? That's the dark one, right?
No,
that's the
Indian looking
okay,
one.
what's the dark one?
He's just from black.
Bro, I ain't never went in nobody comments and cussed him out, bro. I call him a bitch ass nigga, bro.
The dark one?
Yes.
Yes. He made me the most mad.
He was like on the Shade Room. or it was Shade Room or one of them fucking sites. Right. And he was like, had the clapping emoji, and he was like, I appreciate y'all because they shared the podcast.
Right.
And I was like, I'm like, bitch, do you think that's like, you think that's a good thing, motherfucker? Like, you think this a win? But I went off, bro. I'm like, bro, I ain't never been in nobody's comments because they ain't even my flavor, bro.
Yeah,
I got a blue check. I was like, he gonna see this shit.
Oh yeah.
So you had to use it.
I want you to know you a bitch ass nigga, and I want to slap you.
And that's a dope way
is.
to use your blue check to call people bitch ass niggas. I bet not ever get one. I never thought about that.
Never writing shit, but bitch, you gonna see this.
I get a blue check. It's gonna be some bitch ass niggas on the internet.
I know. Oh, you know he saw it. The Shade Room probably. So I'm surprised you ain't going
if I ever slap somebody in person, bro,
it's him.
It'll be
you
one of them.
You gonna slap him like Nipsey slapped that dude at the beach?
Man, as hard as I can.
But let me tell you,
do them 6 months in jail for that little.
But let me tell you why though. He the black they talking about.
That's what That's what I'm saying. That's
nigga,
what I'm saying.
You forehead hairline connection black.
You are a night rider. What in the fuck are you? What you mean?
And only reason why Buddy fucking with you is because you in agreement with him.
And you ain't even had no lotion on and shit. I saw you was ashy through this fucking blurry ass screen.
So he true black up there bugging.
Man, he black.
Ashy. He the kind with like he don't get his beard touched up and be beat like just
that shit made. I was so confused because bro. You were literally living in a country where your black was frowned upon. That level of black was the most
light skin. You ain't even a house. You can't even be in the house.
So the bitches that you claim that you like would have had the same shit about you for 100 or so fucking years, bro. You're not accepted. They still look at you. If your big black ass walk in any room right now, most people are gonna think that about you. So the audacity for you to say that.
Come on, I have a black ball.
Listen.
No shit, nigga.
Listen,
we didn't think you were mixed at all. You didn't even have to say that.
You know the worst kind of
Let me guess what your dad is.
You know what the worst? You know the worst kind of cop is, bro. A black cop that got to show out for the white cop to show him that he ain't fucking with you like that.
A jucking and jiving ass fucking jigaboo.
And I want to take the white cop gun and shoot you and let him live.
Like he said that before they get out the car. Let me show I have these niggas. I ain't with that.
Right.
Like he get out the car. Right.
Yeah, bro. Like this shit wild, bro. Like you say, anything for acceptance. You can tell he didn't get accepted over here. He found Buddy. They became butt buddies, and they agreed to be lame together.
One of them niggas down low.
That'd be the epitome of a gay dude, though. That function like that.
Yeah, to talk to women like that, and
my thing is like, even if I had a preference, bro, and I would be afraid of losing the women I like, talking about the women I don't like,
right?
Because women stick together.
But I'm used to not having women, so no big deal for me,
right?
Yeah,
I'm not losing anything. You feel me? It's like, yeah, that's wild, bro.
It was hilarious that even in his cleanup post, he disrespected the black woman.
It was horrible. It was crazy.
That man was just talking about his preference. He can't help it. He can't. She went to say something, cut her right the fuck off.
Did I tell you that?
You can tell his daddy, whoever his daddy is, taught him well, bro.
He beat his mama.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He seen his mama get beat.
Yeah, women, and you know, in their culture, women
and thought it was okay.
In that culture, though, you know, women don't really have a whole lot to say anyway.
Right.
So he's used to being a womanizer, and used to shitting on women.
But I bet
the black dude just adopted it because he get to be a part of the show. Right. He get to be his friend. You get to make money.
He probably ain't put no money in on the podcast. He just got to come on.
He just dick riding. He just the motherfucker to go along with whatever you say. You my yes man. Anything you ain't gonna never hear. I can guarantee you. I never seen the podcast, but I guarantee you, if you go back and watch every episode, them folks never disagree with each other.
Nope.
Probably not. No. They only, like I said, they only bring people on there really to belittle them in a lot of ways. That's really it, though.
Bro. But we gave them too much time, bro. I ain't.
No. I think it's dope. I want to shout out the Asian doll because, like I said, she pointed out the dopest thing, and that's big black woman energy. Big, like strong,
calmly too.
Right, calmly.
That's what he was scared of.
And right, and that was the dopest thing because she didn't overly go off.
She didn't.
She didn't
prove the stereotype true.
Right. She just said, bro, all I did was call you mean, bro. And you mad about that? Like she kept saying that. Like he tripping about this.
That's the hard.
Right. It's showing your manhood. Bro. Like look how little your manhood is, bro. You mad because a woman came on here and said you mean.
And she smiled a couple of times
because she
knew he was a lame.
Yeah,
she
I know, but
She done been around some real. Yeah, she laughing at him. Real. She probably feel like she could whoop him low key. Like bro, you really don't.
Yeah, right. I really smack you, and you ain't gonna do nothing.
Facts.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I got some real niggas down the hallway.
You ain't here to do hey, chill out, bruh. Somebody was about to smack his ass
Right.
in the background.
Because somebody probably knew what was
No,
up.
what was up. Right, 100%.
Somebody that was with
But-
her.
but-
Yeah, these ain't one of the people you could diss and then still walk around Miami. I'm sure she can call some. Ain't she from like Chicago or something like that?
That's Keith Vonnegue's girl.
The way she held it down, though, boy, it's hard to do. I went through the same thing on
Salute.
the show. People
Big
used to
salute.
always ask me, like, bro, how you held it together? I be like, bro, I just didn't want to give them what they wanted.
Right.
They wanted me to be the angry black dude. They wanted me to spaz out. And I did what I did in the calmest fashion. But I did it in the calmest fashion. I did it with my arms laid back on the couch,
Which
my
made it
feet
funny.
kicked up.
And
Right.
she did.
And I was unbothered because I know that's what you want me to do. I'm gonna give you a little bit of what you want, but I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. Yeah, so and she gave him a little bit of what he wanted. You feel me? And she did it in the calmest fashion, and my hat goes off to her for that because boy, I would have lost my shit in there.
Right.
I know I would have.
There's
White
one
mama
thing
and
I can't
all.
stand,
I
bro,
would've went off.
is a bitch ass dude, bro.
Right.
A dude that act like a woman, and you're doing it amongst women who you know can't do nothing to you.
Yeah.
That's the weakest shit in the world to me, bro.
That
Do
is.
that. You would have never did that if it was a real man at the table.
Not a chance.
You
brother.
wouldn't have said none of that. You would have actually changed your conversation. If I was there, I could have changed the way he felt. And he would still feel how he felt, but he would agree with a lot I said because he was afraid.
Right. But also, the cooler cat is in the room.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I would have never
already
got to be,
know what I.
you would have never
Yeah,
got to
you're
be
right.
in the
Big,
room.
he would have been all kind of big dogs and big
Right,
homies and
right.
yeah, you're
I
right,
feel
big
you,
homie.
big dog.
Yeah,
I feel you.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
feel
I ain't
you.
think about it like that.
Yeah, exactly. When you did think about it like that.
Exactly.
You just don't care.
Facts.
Yeah, so that's what made it lame to me, bro, because I just knew if it was a man at the table, it would have been a whole different vibe. That's why they don't invite men.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but and they do from time to time, but
Not none
it's typically like-minded men.
Right, it ain't gonna be nobody that's like, you ain't coming on there.
No. I would love y'all can invite me, fresh and fit. Like we can have this conversation. I ain't gonna whoop nothing in there. I'm just gonna come in there and talk to you. You know?
Yeah, but they gonna agree because they gonna be scared you'll whoop some.
No, I wouldn't even come on there like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even coming on there. I'm a professional now. I'm a potter now.
I'll go
you know what I'm
viral
saying?
because I'm reaching across to smack him.
Nah, he won't have that energy in there with you. Or if he did, it'd be because he hired
But I'm
security.
I would be a bully though, bro, because I'd go in there and I'd be provoking him the whole show.
I can't smell fear. Like if I could smell the weakness in you and you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You remember you was telling me a story and you was just like, I went out in the lobby and I said what I said out loud so they could hear me.
Right.
Because I wanted a reaction.
Yeah.
That's the kind of energy I would have went in there on there. Like I would have been trying them the whole show
To get them to
praying
react
that
to
you
it.
say something.
He wouldn't though.
Boy, so I could get on your ass, son.
But the best way to address situations like that, because at the end of the day, man, like I say, I always say black people, it's not enough of us to be separate.
Yeah.
So as much as I hope that somewhere in this conversation, I know terms like lame and all that shit gonna stick out to you the most because it is an insult in our community, right? But more importantly, as two black men, I would want you to learn and understand why these black women are the way they are. And that's not every black woman, for the record. There are some black women who are marvelous in relationships and were raised in 2-parent homes and such, whatever, right? But just understand why that hurt people so bad, why that bothered people so bad. Maybe you've never taken the time to understand why black women are the way they are, what conditions that they are under. So if you hear this, if it makes it to you, I hope that you do take that into account, because at the end of the day, us fighting with other black men, that don't help our culture out none. I'm disappointed in the way y'all approach that. And any real man is not beyond reproach.
Yeah.
You understand? Any real man is not beyond. If I say something wrong on here, if somebody come, because if we do this for years and years, the more you talk,
you're gonna say something wrong.
Yeah, you're gonna put your foot in
Right,
your mouth
we've
sooner or
said
later.
something wrong here.
Fact.
I've said a lot wrong.
And I'm not beyond reproach. You can give it to me with the same energy I gave it out with too.
Right.
That's part of being a man. I don't take that as an insult. I accept correction. That's a part of being a man and growing. But
unfortunately, though, I do agree with everything you say. But unfortunately, bro, some people can't be saved, and sometimes ass whooping will enlighten you because words don't work all the time.
I just would have really verbally assassinated.
Yeah, and that don't really work on people like that. Though they really have. Some people have to feel some shit.
Right.
You feel me? Some people have to feel sometimes, and that's just necessary sometimes. Just like you ain't gonna be able to talk yourself out of every fight in your life. Some fights need to be had so both parties can learn something.
Yeah.
You know, and I am for all empowerment. I'm somebody that don't have enemies. I ain't been in a fight since I was a teenager. It's just because I'm not up for confrontation like that. But it just like, but when that boy, I'm not even gonna say the word I want to use.
Right.
But I'm trying to be
I
better.
can reach him. I'm of the culture.
I'm trying to be better, bro. But when a certain type of dude is in my presence, bro, it's like some people can't be flipped. It's rooted in them. That fuck shit be buried deep, and it's like you can't save him. All you can do is keep him away from the culture. Like, I'm glad that he's over there. Stay over there. Y'all can keep him.
Right.
We don't want him because he's no good to us.
And Candace Owens and the Hodgkin twins. We don't miss them. We not mad.
Y'all
We
can
don't
have them, and we love that y'all love them. Keep them,
Right.
but just know they are not a representation of us.
Yeah, we do got Gary. And just so they know, you still black. As much as they love you and hug you and hold you and support your podcasts, say something that they don't like and watch what you are. You'll be back.
Exactly. And when you come back, we ain't got nothing for you. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
12 might have a little something for you. I ain't got nothing for you.
Yeah, because we need all our troops, man.
Well, nah, them ain't troops, bro.
Yeah, but they can be. I mean,
but see, my thing
I
is
can't fault.
But my thing is this, bro.
Maybe his
People
edge
like
up wasn't fine when he was young. Can
But
you
they-
imagine him trying to
He
holler at a
couldn't
black?
take the joke.
But let's say
But
a
it-
black.
but
Let's say
it's-
he had a little cute black girl that he liked, and he walked up unedged up. You know, he had the Zach from Power Rangers. Y'all don't know.
Oh, yeah, the scissor
y'all may not
edge
know.
up.
Oh yeah, we got to put
The
him
movie
on
haircut,
here.
yeah.
We send that to your boy. The Zach from Power
Too
Rangers
close.
edge up.
Yeah.
That, not only he had the worst edge up of all time.
Absolutely. It was like your edge up ain't supposed to be in between your eyebrows. It's supposed to be on the outside.
Yeah, he had a hairline only a white woman could love. That is that is factual, though, brother. But maybe he had that, and maybe he approached her, and she just clowned him, and he just wasn't.
What I don't like about that though, bro, is that when people like that come back to us, they're only coming back to us for the same reason why they were over there.
Yeah.
It's because you're not accepted over here. Maybe y'all will accept me over here.
Right.
Hey, I'm black again. Nah, bro, that's like
But
having
maybe we
an
treated him wrong coming up. Like everything's a root. Maybe we weren't fat to him as a young black boy. That's all
bro,
I'm saying.
But you've done
know?
your damage, bro. You can't. You not know, bro.
He could have just said, I don't date black women. He ain't have to go into all
Nah,
the
he
night
didn't.
ride. He was nitpicking. He was picking.
Facts.
I don't like the picking shit. Like,
And
That was the exact women that turned him down.
And even though the Indian dude was way more harsh with his words, I still have the most like the sour taste in my mouth is
For
more
the
so
dark
from him.
skinned nigga.
Because
Facts.
Buddy like the way he feels. It's like, bro, you're not one of us. I get it, but bro, not you.
right,
Like,
and
you
you
can't
just
roll
sitting
with
there
that, bro.
letting him make them jokes, and then you saying it too to me. If you know what I mean, we don't get. No,
You
bitch, I
can't roll
don't
with
know
that.
what you mean. Be
Right.
specific at what you mean.
Yeah, you can't roll with that.
And there's
bro.
a lot of black people who do that. There's black people who've been in rooms with white people just dissing black people,
And not say
they
a
don't
word.
say nothing.
I couldn't.
But I don't do that on my job or
My
nothing like that.
kids
Like
to
I
me.
let
You're
people
not
know
about to do that with my
nothing.
you're not about to do that with my homies. You're not about to do that with my culture. None of that.
Bro, I was at work one time and this doctor was talking about, this was when I was doing insurance at the hospital, and all that Black Lives Matter shit was going on, and he was talking about how Black Lives Matter was like the KKK type, you know what I mean, like terroristic whatever, and I'm like, I know he know I'm in here.
Right.
I got to say something.
Right.
And when I turned around and let him have it, I'm like, why everybody got quiet?
Right.
Why don't have this conversation if somebody black here? Like the
Right, 'cause-
audacity for you to think you can have this conversation.
Right.
And then when I address it, you don't have nothing to say.
Right, and you're not supposed to be challenged because you're a doctor. Nah,
No, I don't
motherfucker.
care
At this point,
nothing
we are
about
people.
that.
You
Yeah.
feel me? I don't give a damn about your title or nothing. This is gonna be the day I lose my job. Because
when
I
I-
don't want to be
yeah.
here with you anyway.
Because
If
when I
gotta be
whoop you, and I always carry that mentality with me, like
Right.
society might have put you over me, but nature,
we'll put you
yeah,
under.
when I go to whooping your ass, the women in here gonna be like, nah, I think the more dominant man is that nigga.
I always have to make sure I say that when I'm
Yeah.
like in my meetings in
That's why-
school and stuff. I'm like, I ain't scared to speak up. They
Never.
be like, well, no wonder we know Floyd's got something to say. Well, yeah, I'm not scared to speak up because can't nobody hear with my ass.
Your last name Floyd?
When I was married, it was so like.
okay.
At the school, it's still there's teachers still.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Spanish Floyd. I ain't never seen that.
That's Spanish.
I ain't never seen the Spanish Floyd. That's dope. Hey, while we giving black girls props before we get out of here, can we give light skinned Keisha some props though?
What
I
she
just
do?
feel like
her.
she underrated. Like,
She's
first of
dope.
all, she fine as shit.
Yeah, she's
when we
funny.
talk about these black rappers and Instagram, like light skinned Keisha don't never get brought up.
They asked a funny question though. They said that who was the coldest to come through Atlanta outside of and she was like me.
Rappers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
She can
coldest
she
all
can
around.
rap too.
And she
though.
was just like me. And then they were just like, well, who else you can name? And I started thinking, I'm just like, damn, there hadn't been any real cold female rappers to come out of Atlanta. Right. Shauna was like the height of like lyricists from Atlanta for me.
Mulatto hard though. Lotto, big Lotto can rap, man.
Right, but Tokyo Jets is hard as hell too. Yeah. But it was just like, it made me realize that it was still only one hand.
Right.
Like I'm thinking,
and she got to be on there.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Atlanta. I'm thinking about the culture, and I'm just like, she is from Jacksonville, but she's in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
But from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Bro, it was like I'm like, bro, it made me think about how many female rappers have not come out of Atlanta.
You right.
Right.
Like there has not been one mega superstar to come out of Atlanta since the Brat.
That's what Lotto always say. She be like, who you know made list from Clayco? Like she always say that.
From Atlanta in general, not even Clay County, just in general. I'm like, bro, it's the Brat.
Male dominated industry though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, but you when you think about female rappers, you got New York has always like been the go-to for
because they respect bars no matter who give it to them.
Right, but it just made me, I never realized that. But I've never heard none of the light-skinned Keisha music. I may have and don't know what song it is.
She got some stuff. It's just like if you listen to certain people like her, it play in the rotation, but you'll have to check back and look like who is this?
My dog trained her. Shout out to Drake, man.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why she ain't like
she's on Love Hip Hop right now.
But and see, I don't like that though.
I was gonna say she's
making
like
you down.
I feel like she be having beef on there with Bambi and Scrappy
but I feel like they putting her in that. Like I feel like that's beneath her because she has everything that you would want a female rapper to have. Number one, she can rap.
She can rap.
That's number one. Number two, she fine. But I really keep saying she fine. Cause she fine though, like she big fine. Yeah. Like folk got titties, ass, pretty face, and it's like I really think all of it's hers too, low key. You know what I'm saying? She don't got the Jeepers Creepers belly button.
I think she said she might have had this done, but that was it.
Some titties.
Yeah, some kind of work though. I don't know.
Maybe she had,
but that was it.
She need to give out her doctor because some of these other ones ain't going so well. Yeah, if she did get work done. So I just wanted to give her some props though in general because I'm just like I don't see what homie, and she got followers. So I'm not saying that she's failing at all. She got like 3 million followers.
I started listening to her because I used to listen to Anne Marie.
To the singer?
Yeah, no, the one, what's her name? The girl, yes, her name, Anne Marie, the one who got she shot her boyfriend. She had to go to jail. And then he said, no, the gun fell. She ain't really shoot me.
That's some good pussy.
That chick, what's her name? Hard too. I don't know how to say her name. What's her name? Omarosa or some shit like that. She from Atlanta too.
I ain't never heard.
I ain't heard of her.
But I don't even know who you're talking about. She shot her boyfriend. The boyfriend. Shout out to him though. Don't snitch on your lady because she shoot you.
He did. He said she ain't mean to.
I fuck with that.
She got out.
That's hard though. Know that pussy fire. But if she shoot you and you tell the police the gun fell, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, shout out to light skinned Keisha, man. I just wanted to give you some props if nobody else.
That's her mugshot when she shot it.
Anne Marie.
She sings and raps a little, but
I'm posting this mugshot, Anne Marie.
She's dope though, super dope. But it was in a playlist.
Oh, she looked like the type that'll shoot you too, no?
Just Scorpio too.
Yeah, and this ain't good pussy. This good head. I know that when I see it.
Oh my God, you so horrible.
Mm-hmm. She got a big forehead too.
I can't stand you.
But yeah, shout out to light skinned Keisha. I really think you dope. I really think you underrated. And
just shoot your shot, man.
No, she got a whole dude. I ain't worried about none of that though, cause
they just was beefing on the show though. I seen the clip.
She got a whole.
If you don't
dude.
love hip hop, you ain't gonna really laugh.
Yeah, I ain't tripping about that.
That's crazy though, man.
They gonna let me get famous at the right time. It's a couple people I'm gonna shoot my shot at.
If I was hot, bro, I would never do that show. That shit will shrink you. That's like going. That's like being in the group Immature and then going to be Roger on Sister.
Right.
That shit will ruin you, bro. I don't know nobody that has become a megastar after being on that.
Could you date a rapper though? Could you date a female rapper?
Yeah.
You don't think that'd be odd? Not even odd. Would you rap against her in the house?
I'd probably write for her. I'd be colder.
No, but she got her own bars. I'm talking about like a rapper. Like she don't want you. Like that would have been an insult to your girl. Right. She'd have been like, nigga, what kind of shit?
Yeah.
Like
that'd be dope though. That's like that would be like dating a tattoo artist that's doper than me or just as dope.
Yeah, but you know, rap is so competition. Like, I would have to battle my girl. I have to know who the best rapper in the house is.
Bro, we be comparing songs all the time. I'd be like, bro, my shit harder than yours.
Yeah,
I'm way colder than
I have
100%.
to.
But that would make that bond so dope though.
It would, but as a man though, I would take it not in like a negative way. Like this is my girl. I don't really care about that. But I had a real beef with my girl that she could rap better than me though.
Yeah.
We had like, she'd be like, bro, I'm not battling you no more. I'm like, nah, I need my back fade. Until I'm the best rapper in my house. That ain't no different than
being on some Call of Duty shit. If she know how to play the game better than you, it's just like, it would be
that'd
real
be
beef.
Weird too though.
It'd be real beef.
If you whooping me at 2K though, nah.
Yeah, it'd
be
real beef.
Nothing.
That'd
you better
let
me win. My friends come over.
But you know how much you would enjoy your woman though if she was like that good or something.
I would love. Like if I dated Lotto, like that's all we have to do. You have to battle me though. It's once a month. What's up?
What y'all battling for? Because we gotta wager something.
It's gonna be something sexual though.
I already know
absolutely.
But that was gonna make
I
it
eat
fun.
your little pussy for an hour if you beat me.
Oh my god.
Who want an hour worth of head, man?
Shit, the nigga who won the battle.
Oh, you will.
Right, shit. I'll just do my verse while I'm down there. I'll rap it over. Yeah. Little shit like that. So yeah, man, they gonna let me get famous right on time. It's gonna be a couple people y'all gonna see me with. They gonna love me to death. They gonna be like, this is the realest nigga I've had ever.
Man, close us out, man.
Absolutely.
This was a good one though.
No, yeah. And
I'm sober.
This gonna be our
do this like this from
this
now
gonna be
on,
our
man.
first little clip too. We got to clip that fresh and fit part specifically because I want that to get out to the world that don't nothing else do.
These folks might not never see me blow smoke in here again.
Nah, it'll come back. The right environment.
Nah, I think I'm good, man. I talk better when I ain't high.
But also, it's just the topic.
That's why I just do it little.
Yeah, but it just when you high, a lot of topics don't interest you though. Like if you high and you on an interesting topic, but it's like when you smoke, you don't like. All right, that's how y'all feel. All right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like nonchalant for real. But
we get too into it.
You'd have had some episodes where you do your thing.
The funny ones. If we in this bitch laughing, I can smoke. But if we in here serious, bro, I don't be knowing what the fuck going on.
It wasn't gonna be it wasn't gonna be no good look up conversation.
No.
That one time that mug looked over at me and said, "Get her the fuck out of here." I said, "This motherfucker."
Bro, because she just have a tendency to just hit you with some shit
out of
without
nowhere.
telling you what she talking about.
A rap lyric, a
the
space
highest of the
line.
7 hills. I'm just like, whoa.
What?
Do you
that
know
just
how
would always
like,
be the
calm
point
down.
where I knew he was high because I ain't never see it before.
Damn, the highest one. Where the 7 hills come from?
Exactly. Break it down for me first. Don't just hit us with that.
You ain't never heard of the illustrious nigga? No.
Boy, when she went to talk about them goddamn stars and planets and zodiacs, bro, I'm like over this bitch confused. Like, okay.
but she finding her way though.
Yeah, maybe you need to be a part of this show because you lost me, and maybe you feel me. You found some new audience members because you lost me.
This nigga got a whole mullet, dog. Look at folk, man. That shit low key gangster though.
She need a nickname though. She gotta get.
I'm taking it back to the West Coast. My Jerry.
That shit low key gangster as fuck though.
But she gotta know how to do so. I gotta see her do something, bro. You can't just have a mullet and I don't see you do nothing. You gotta know
when
how
I'm
to
at
like.
the salon,
What's the
I'm
dance?
like painting.
The jerk. You gotta know how to do something.
I can dance. I'm a dancer.
You cannot
gotta
dance.
know.
Tania can't dance.
She can't dance.
No, she got a hidden talent that she don't know she got. Like Tania probably.
Dog,
can like,
I danced for real dance. I took dance, like legit ballet dance. I was in color guard all in high school. I used to do the Dougie was my shit
you
in
might
the
have
blue
been-
bar.
She wasn't good though, huh?
no.
Yes, I was.
Nah, they let her in because she was cool.
Like the video I sent you.
Like,
the
you
white
was
girl-
fun on the
white
trip?
girl to dance. You was just like, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Y'all ain't never,
That's
seen
that
me.
kinda
I ain't
good.
gotta say them, but just Tania and dance
Like you
goes
talk
together.
good. You ain't got no flavor for real.
Exactly.
I
You
can
probably played
dance,
it.
I can twerk, I can all of that. That is
Just like
like
if you learn how to play an
literally.
instrument,
cannot twerk.
like if you learn how to play an
Yes.
instrument, but you can play off the sheet, but you
I
can't
can.
just play. You can't just bust off no boys to men.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I can't sing.
I think you have a
I
hidden
can
talent.
dance.
Like you could probably like play the violin or like the harp.
No,
What's the one? What's the big
I
one?
played the drums
What's
and
the-
I danced.
What's the big one? Where
The harp.
That's the harp.
Or the cello.
Yeah, that's
The
what she
cello.
probably. Yeah.
I can't play no instrument like that.
But that's probably your hidden talent though. You got to practice and then you just be like, damn, I'm good at the harp.
I'm a dancer, dog. You just don't know it.
The mullet made me forget what her hair like was before. That bitch so intense.
It was
that
I don't
bitch
remember
is
what she used to
intense,
look like. I'm gonna have to go watch the
she
whole
can't-
podcast.
yeah.
That is an intense ass
I'm rocking
hair,
that. I'm rocking that mullet though.
Her and
I'ma
Joe
shave
Dirt,
the
the only
shit
one
off.
could pull it
Yeah.
off.
I'm
Listen.
gonna shave it eventually.
Nah, you could just make it could just be
I'ma
like
just
a
be
You know
short.
what set
it
it
could
off
be
though?
a symbol though.
You
like you know how
what
they
make
take
it work?
the mullet, your mullet with the green and the whatever, and make it like
I
a
was
shirt
just gonna say,
design.
if she didn't have the white, that need to be a t-shirt. Just the
Yeah,
I
mullet.
was
just the
gonna-
mullet.
I'm
Just the
gonna
mullet.
make
With the
this
colors.
silver.
Because
Facts.
if that wasn't blonde, I don't know if she could pull it off.
Yeah,
if
it's
it
the
was just
colors that
regular
go
hair,
with it, yeah.
you'd be wildin'.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Some lady stopped me in the parking lot the other day. She said, "Hey, girl." I said, "What?" She said, "Your hair is the flex." I said, "All right."
Listen, I'll wear that on a hat, bro. Like her
Yeah, I
mullet,
would too.
just her mullet on like
Nothing
a black
else.
hat. That's it.
Nothing else.
We finna still, man. You got to get our merch game, bro. Hey, listen, thank y'all for tuning into the Anxiety Issues podcast. I am Adam 12 Taylor here with my brother Boneface, Boneface Inc., and Tania Monroe. Stay tuned for the next episode. This is Anxiety Issues podcast. We out.
For sure.